I appreciate y'all. I really do.
We appreciate you too.
Mhm.
Well, I appreciate it.
You always singing.
You know I'm a
Every
damn living
time.
musical. I'm a living musical. What can I say? This time, I had an orgasm from somebody else. They were giving me head. That was like 20, but it wasn't the best. Like, cause they didn't give me much to work with. So, all they could do is lick the pum pum.
Well, shit.
You know the danger in what Nate has said.
What's good, y'all? It's one of the hosts with the most Sip and Speak sessions. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the video that you're getting ready to watch. You can find all of us on Instagram and TikTok with our personal pages, or you can follow our business page of Sip and Speak Sessions. And our YouTube channel is Alexis Elizabeth Creations 1555. We everywhere like air, so give us a follow. Enjoy.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
How y'all
very
doing?
good. Living life.
Are
Good. How
you
you
are you really
doing?
in Italy?
Yes, I'm really in Italy.
Nah, for play.
I didn't
Yeah,
because he said
yeah.
he was joking about the whole basketball thing. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Nah,
he was joking. He was joking about that.
because
But
I
I'm
definitely
really
thought my brain was malfunctioning when you said 5 a.m. I was like, I had a glitch in my system.
yeah. No, I was like, okay,
Is it
cool.
really
10 o'clock,
5 a.m.?
I can do that. It's 4 o'clock here.
Oh, it's 4. I was wondering why you was rubbing sleep out your eye. Like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
four
All right,
a.m.
cool.
4 a.m. Yes.
Oh, see, no. I got something I want to say real quick. So me and my nephew was just talking, right? And he got himself a little girlfriend. He's 14. And he was telling me about how him and two of his friends, they all went out to the movies. It was him, his girlfriend, and then both his other friends had their girlfriends with him. And one of his friends had gotten a haircut, and they were like, "Oh, it looks good. It don't look like that. It don't look that bad." And then his friends told him, "Damani, you should just get a buzz cut and start all over." And his girlfriend was like, if he get a buzz cut right now, I'm breaking up with him." And my nephew didn't know
That's petty.
how to address it. He was like, "I don't know what to do." His friends told him, "If it were me, I would just break up with her." And he was all like, well, it made him feel some type of way, but he didn't know how to. So he asked me for my advice.
He's a
All right.
teenager, is
So,
correct?
Yeah, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. Me being auntie, I was just like, honestly, her being disrespectful and getting into you like that in front of your friends is not cool. Oh, if you get a buzz cut, I'm breaking up with you. What if me getting a buzz cut? Why you gotta break up with me because I get a buzz cut? Hair grows back. Don't
first
ever
of
let no
all,
little girl disrespect you about your appearance. Like what?
first of all, these are kids. That shit,
Well,
that shit don't, she don't mean that shit. She don't mean
self-explanatory.
that shit. Yeah, that shit don't mean like that. Um, I mean, if his haircut looked that bad, his mama should have said something, and he probably need a new barber. Simple as that.
Okay.
Like they don't have no
True
standard
that.
as a teenager of dating anyway.
Exactly.
Everything is
Exactly.
superficial. So a haircut, if that's how she feel, beat her to the punch and say, "I'm done."
Right. And then plus, look,
Now, here's the crazy part.
Go ahead, George.
nah, so like I have my
Yeah, go ahead,
son,
George.
my son about to be 2. If he gets of age and start like dating kids, I'm telling him, like, bro, you don't have no girlfriend. Yeah, everybody tells. I'm like, you don't have to, for what? You have friends that are girls. Simple as that. And you can go. You say you have your girlfriend, but legally you don't. You not gonna have no girlfriend. Like you ain't going. You can go on dates
Right.
with a group of friends. And that's about it. Like I'm gonna do my daughter the same way.
Right.
You ain't having no boyfriend or a girlfriend. Like you're gonna be like you're gonna pretty much be. Not say like you could have, like I said, they could have friends that are of the opposite sex or whatever, or of the same sex, but not date. Because all these you have that too much pressure on yourself. Because growing up, I know how much pressure we put ourselves on. So they're not gonna do all that. So especially with that example you just with that reason you just gave, that's one reason why.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let him have some morals and standards for himself.
Right.
One monkey don't stop no show. Next.
Exactly. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Facts.
And plus, the girls that you meet in middle school and high school are going to be, it's going to be 20 of it, 2,000 of them once you get to college. And then once you get to college, if you go to one, if you stay in Texas or you stay in the school in the same city that you live in, you go explore more, go outside of the state, it's going to be millions. Trust me, I got one. I got one from New York. So, millions.
They come from the places you least expect. Look, mine in Chicago.
Exactly. Like, she was growing up, I thought we were going to be a girl from Texas.
Slow clap for you married and about to be married. No, I'm playing. I am so playing. I am messing with y'all. No,
Hater.
but no, I ain't a hater. I was if I was a hater, I would not have been at your wedding as the best man. But anywho,
Mhm.
contrary to our little back and forth that we do, I completely agree with George. I completely agree. Yeah, at this age, yeah, chill out. It's okay. It is okay. It, standards, no standards is okay. You ain't gonna remember them kids. You ain't gonna remember your girlfriend. It is all right. And if you can't accept me at my messed up haircut, because we all gonna have a messed up haircut one day. There's always gonna be a
I
day
got
where you
one
gonna
right
come to the
now.
barber chair and they didn't do it. See, there's gonna be even if you have a trusted barber, there's gonna be a day where he might have been in a rush and there might be a patch of hair growing in the back of your head that he might have missed. And guess what happens? There's gonna be somebody that's gonna love it and rub on it, and it don't matter. But guess what? That comes later. They don't come right now where he at. So yeah, let them go. Let them do their thing.
How do you miss a patch?
Oh, trust me,
Mhm.
trust.
Is it because
Yeah.
you got that head meat in the back that be folding? Like Oregon? Like sometimes you miss a lot?
My head goes straight. My head goes back. It's like this. Ain't no ridges, no crevices, no abysses, no cliffs, no walls, no hills. That thing slope all the way to the back. Oh, some people though.
Put that roll in the bag.
Some people, yes, they got that roll. Yes, it look like a pack of hot dogs in the back of even up the top of their head. It look like here, niggas. That's like a ripple effect. It's like it just has a ripple. So yeah, you gotta take your time. But yeah, some of them
got crazy.
attention. It and some barbers think they're your friend, so they feel like they can take your time, and then they just forget where they was in their last place. But it's weird. They be doing the most.
I ain't gonna lie. My barber,
Not my.
my barber, dude, we made him so close. Obviously, we went to school together. We went to AC together. It was Ryan. I be on that thing.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Okay.
Ryan cuts my hair. But like, Ryan be so
Mhm.
serious, he don't talk. So I'll be in that mud, be like, trying to stay up for him. So since he don't talk, I don't talk. But he makes sure to get me right though. So,
Yeah.
but my hair, like I said, my hair's not messed up. It just need to be cut. So I have to keep the little do rag on for the shoulder. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like it's fast.
and
Letting your babe get away with it.
I've been in Italy for 2 weeks.
Do tell me what how is it? How's the food?
Uh, so okay. So here in Italy, so they're big on they make a lot of their own stuff. So like they have a lot of obviously bread, pastas, and all that stuff. But like they don't eat what we eat in America. That's different. Um, and then they'll add a lot of sugar to a lot of stuff too. So the food, that's one thing in the food. Um, what
Okay.
else? Where we at? We're in Albania, in Italy. Italy. We're in Albania, Italy. There we go. So it's a little small little town. I've already walked this town like 10 times. So that get my little steps in. I think kid, you follow me on the smartwatch app, on the Apple Watch. You see my little thing be moving. So that's one thing.
Mhm.
Uh, the, obviously there's a language barrier. There's some people that speak a little English, but it is what it is. I use the little Google Translator. Um, and then that's pretty much it. You know.
I love that.
I guess another thing, George, kind of tell the people why you're in Italy, like why,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
That
it's
was gonna be
it's a
my
big
that
deal.
was gonna be my question. Is like, why are you in Italy?
Okay, so my wife got a opportunity for a career because she's an opera singer. Um, so she's an opera singer. So she sings and she came here to come learn how to speak Italian and then also allow her voice to be able to sing in Italian.
Mm.
So she had to come to Italy to do that. Um, it's a month-long program that she's in. We'll be here. We have one more week here in Albania, and then we're gonna go back into Rome to catch our flight back home. But we'll be there for a week, uh, so to see Rome a little bit. Um, and then so reason I'm here, I mean, well, one supporting my wife, but also some vacation. So
Mhm.
summer going on, summer school. I mean, I'm not teaching summer school, so I'm like. Now go back to the vacation for me and my son. Me and him been rocking it all past 2 weeks. Walking around Italy, walking around Albania, learning some, picking up on the words. He over here walking around talking about child to everybody and stuff. So so that's one thing. So that's really it, man. Learning little stuff, learning little new things here. It even got me thinking about wanting to live abroad now. So
You said wanting to move abroad?
hmm
I
Yeah, I
feel
bet.
like once you get the exposure, you realize, life ain't that bad outside the US in
it's
certain places.
it's not
I'm not saying
it's
everywhere now, but
right.
yeah.
It's not like my wife wants to talk about she wants to live in
Lucy, get
Germany.
on.
I'm like, I don't want to live in Germany. That's too cold. And
Ah,
uh after what they did to
I'm sorry, y'all.
Brittany Griner, that's Russia or wherever after they did Brittany, like, I ain't going that far north. But I want to live in Japan, so I want to try that out.
I wanna go just to experience what it's like to feel safe at 1 o'clock in the morning going to 7-Eleven for a s
Oh, that's another thing that came to mind too. So here in Albania, or I don't know how it is in Rome yet, but in Albania, at when it's 1 o'clock here, everything shuts down. Like they have a siesta period
Mhm.
for like 2-3 hours. So they shut down from 1 to about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
in the afternoon.
And yes, and like we felt it today because like we were in the house chilling and we were moving around a little slow today. We went out at 12:50. And once we got down the or walked down the street and realized like, oh snap, everything finna close.
Mhm.
Everything closed. Like the pharmacy closes, some little bakeries, some little stores close, and everything. Everything shuts down for like an hour, for an hour, 2 hours, 2 3 hours, just so they can rest. So that's one thing I do appreciate other countries about. They think about people's health mental health and rest periods too.
Yeah, it's like they wanna work us like machines out here, and
Like,
we almost feel guilty for not doing nothing
mm,
and just being still, and it's like,
right.
no, we need the balance of it all, and
Hmm.
I just love how,
Mhm.
some other countries, they understand that, like, I've seen it where people I can't remember what country it was, but they were like they had, like, a little cot under their desk at work, and they was taking naps. I said,
I think
"Damn."
that's China. I think that's Asia or
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah.
Uh, so like, oh, so mental
You
health,
said a
health
cot
wise,
under
right?
their desk?
Yeah. Um. So recently, my son was sick. So
Mhm.
we had to go to we had to go to the hospital. Tell me why we had to pay nothing. We had to pay nothing because they value healthcare here. So like literally everything was covered. He got full treatment. Now he got full treatment for everything. He was good. We were good. I was like, we think we had to stay overnight in the hospital for 2 nights because of this. I was like, wow.
That's
Honestly,
crazy, right?
medically, I think outside of California is better, period.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think they got the healthcare.
Mm.
Me and my wife were talking about it. Like the healthcare here in other countries, um, it's not taxed as much. In America, it's taxed because the fact is they want to control capital. It's all about money. That's why,
big
like, if you ever
pharma.
think about
Yep.
yeah, and you ever think about like when you go to if you go to the doctor, you're like, okay, they give you medicine for this, they pump you all these different medicines, but not really treating the real reason.
Mhm.
I said we went to the doctor
Mhm.
and with my son, they treat the real reason, gave him the antibiotics, sent us home with the antibiotic he and literally they took care of all the stuff he needed so he could survive and be healthy in the hospital. Gave us medicine for 10 days for the next 10 days or whatever, and literally is taking care of everything. My son now walking around with more energy. His congestion's cleared up and everything. So it's like,
That's dope.
yeah, so like
Yep.
it's
Yep.
like damn. Shoot, that's one reason I've been thinking about it. Like, shoot, maybe he still live abroad. Let's live somewhere else. You know what I mean? Go somewhere else. See what happens.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what we strive for, but honestly, Vic, I wouldn't say any healthcare is better than in California. Everybody got their ways about them, and a lot of
Right.
Oh
times,
yeah.
unless you got
Right.
a good job, your benefits are trash. Like, when I was at Meta, my benefits weren't the best. Like, when I went to go see a specialist for my back, they wanted $300 just
Let's
to see
concede.
the motherfucker. Then they wanted
Yep.
$800 for a CAT scan. I said, "I'm not coming back."
Yep.
'Cause who's gonna pay that? Who can afford that?
I
Right.
know
I'm
somebody who
coming.
moved from California to Minnesota and got way better medical treatment than in the hospital there than they did here.
Now,
And it
treatment is
Mhm.
one thing, but benefits is something totally different.
I'm
You
talking
got
about
some
Mhm.
treatment.
hospitals that give
Yeah,
a fuck
definitely.
about you,
I'm talking
so
about
I get
treatment.
that. Okay.
Because even Canada's healthcare system, as far as like insurance and stuff, is way cheaper than ours. Like as far as like health insurance and stuff like that, and the
So,
treatment's about the same. But as far as
wasn't
like
it
how to,
built like Obamacare?
yeah,
Ooh,
hmm
Okay. I thought I heard
I think yeah,
something.
Canada has. I think their healthcare system, yeah, it's very similar to it. Yeah, might have to slide on to Toronto real quick. I don't know about
Before we
everybody
start,
everywhere else, and I got to live in a metro area. Sorry.
George, before we start, are there any topics that you're like,
I'm
don't
just
wanna
here for the ride. Wait, what you mean? Any times I
Okay,
don't want to
wait.
what?
So you say.
I know we were talking about this last week, but because it's a new person on here, I want him to answer the last question of have you dated your trauma or your type? I think because that's been a really big
Ah,
topic. We posted
Yeah,
that
people
episode,
like
and
that.
everybody keeps talking about. Like, I
I
get
agree.
new people every day talking
So
about. I watched your episode and da, 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 da. So I'm curious.
so I did watch our episode last week, and then I did comment on it. I do want to answer that question though. So
Mhm.
yeah, we can talk about that one.
Go ahead, answer it.
We clarify my single days, way before my wife. So yeah, I think I dated my trauma. Partially because of like I'm big. I mean, I was really big with. I'm not big, but like I like older women. Uh, and not so much. I say that I don't like older women. I like mature women, mature enough women to point to like I'm going to like date them and get to know them and like help them out, whatever. And I think that's part of it. Like the trauma is like uh, back in college, I dated a chick. Probably shouldn't have dated her. She was 2 years older than me. And literally, she had all the health problems in the world. When I say trauma part, like back when I was back in college, my freshman year, I lost my mom. She had health issues.
Mhm.
So then I go down later on in college, I found a chick. She had health issues. We dated for 3 years. So I think that's my thing, trauma. And then other women, and after that, I was talking with other girls, and trauma to like being with a woman that's mature, but also not saying that they need my help, but like then again, like they have some type of issue wrong with them that I want to. You know what I mean? So
Okay,
I
like
had to find a
wanted to take care of and
right.
health-wise, like you wanted to bring them back to health in a
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
Yeah. So luckily I had to break that. I'm kind of broke. Feel like I broke that. Hope I broke that because I'm married. I married my wife. So
Mhm.
we'll see. Time will tell. I haven't figured it out yet, but she's fine. So we have a son. We good.
Love that. Love that.
At what point did you realize that that was something that was that's what you were doing within your relationships was like dealing
Oh,
dealing with people that you were healing in a sense?
we all talked about it last week, or not last. Yeah, last week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I didn't. 'Cause I never thought about it. And I just was like, whatever, moving on. And then
Yeah, it's
I didn't sat down with myself and was thinking, and I was like, oh, so that's what I was doing. Okay. Mhm.
and some people feel like it's intertwined because I did see some comments, some friends of mine, they were like, it's all kinda intertwined, like your trauma can sometimes be your type. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So some people think it's a little bit of both, which I don't
I
So
can
I
see
necessarily
that if you're
agree
not
with.
healed.
If you're
so
not
I
healed, your type is your said trauma.
so I asked my brother that question on his birthday. Actually, his birthday was on
But
the 10th.
how old is your brother?
He just turned 34.
Okay, good. Because you said it's your nephew, so I had to make sure your nephew, that's your brother. Your nephew don't
Oh
count.
no, my nephew's 14. So that
So
no.
he don't have
um,
trauma yet.
right. Well,
No,
he got a little
not
bit.
but
No,
dating
Like
wise,
we do.
not dating.
dating
No,
wise,
no, dating wise, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I asked my brother that question, and he for the first time actually like processed the question, and he said honestly, he said both. He said that he realized that a lot of the girls he dated had daddy issues. Right? And I'm like, okay, so you think you have daddy issues? And he was like, he tried to clean up and was like, I don't have daddy issues, but the girls that I've dated have always had daddy issues. I said, you don't think that coincides
It's
together? Like,
it's
he goes,
reflection.
well, my issue, I don't. He was like, my issue was that my dad wasn't there, so I. And then he got mad. Lightweight got mad and was like, I'm done with this conversation.
And that's actually a great
chipping away there.
Do you feel like someone with daddy or mommy issues is like a red flag to not date? Or do you feel like it just depends where they're at with their mommy and daddy issues?
Mm, mm.
Mm,
I got an answer
Honestly,
for
I
that.
think it depends
Or
on
no,
where they're at. But go ahead, Kenny.
I think you, as someone who has had parent issues, I will say both because I've had both. And the crazy thing is, I've had both in the home, and I still had those issues because I felt like there was something lacking that I didn't get from either one, honestly.
Mm.
But but the thing about that is you can still have those issues because we're all still a work in progress. But as long as someone is actively recognizes and acknowledges those issues and they're consistently and they're working on it to basically where they're not letting those particular past traumas dictate where they are or what their future aims is, whether they want to be married or whether they want to be in a successful a long-term partnership. As long as it's not affecting that and it's not bleeding over into that relationship and it's not causing extra baggage for their partner to carry. I feel like you can still have those issues, but just don't let the other person carry your baggage. That's what I would say.
I like that. What you
I
think?
mean, I don't have nothing to say. Like he just said, um, I would say the whole daddy issues or mommy issues thing. Um, our younger selves were kind of like will say like, "Oh, I need a girl that had daddy issues because they want me around." Or something like that. But I never wanted a woman like that. But I heard guys say that, which is bad. I was like, yeah, okay, I see where you're coming from. But every girl that I attract never really had daddy issues.
And sometimes it's like I try to look at it from a lens of not blaming the person dealing with said mommy or daddy issues because they inherited that. They didn't choose that life. So for me, it's just
True
like,
that.
are you working? I'm not gonna say did you work on it because some stuff it takes time. Nobody's fully 100% healed because we're forever evolving and forever changing. So it's always gonna be new shit we gotta learn and move on from. But it's just where you at in your present journey. And then that helps
Mhm.
the person determine whether or not their baggage, which we all have, if it's too much or they can deal with it and keep it pushing and still be in a
Right.
relationship.
Definitely so. Definitely so.
What you think, Nay?
You know, I was slowly coming off mute. But I definitely agree. It depends on where they are within that journey because we're as much as back in the day I used to say, come to me healed before I understood what that really meant. We are never truly healed. You know, we're always constantly healing something. There's always some type of trauma or something that we did not realize or don't realize at the moment that is trauma or something that triggers us. So it depends on where you're at with it. And it also depends on how you're dealing with it. Because you could be going through it and you're not actively like really trying to get through it. You could be the type of person that's going to carry that on through the next generation. Or are you someone that's really trying to get through it to stop it and end it and it's not a generational type of thing. Like I
Mm,
have mommy issues, I have daddy issues. And those are both two things that I'm actively trying to, or that I am working through um, in many different stages, different ways. But I don't think it's it depends on it really depends because I've dealt with someone that has mommy issues and it was a really, really, really big, big, big red flag. And so it depends. Just to sum it up, it really depends on your journey with it.
what about
Mhm.
you, Vic?
um, Again, like everybody else said, it really just depends on all of the journey that you're on. Uh,
Mm,
I feel like if anybody says that they don't have mommy or daddy or both issues, you something wrong. Everybody got mommy and or daddy issues at some point, whether it be like you felt like you didn't get something from them or they weren't there or whatever. You know what I mean? Uh, but like everybody else said, if you are actively trying to work through that so that it's not something that's passed on, then uh, you know, everything should be fine. And as long as that doesn't roll over, like Kenny said, into your relationship and it become something that your partner has to take on and it's they start to feel like uh it's their responsibility to fix it. You know what I mean? Like then that's an issue.
Yeah, and I don't wanna bash parents either in the process of asking this because sometimes as a kid, you put your parents in a Superman, Superwoman position, and it takes away the human factor of that individual. It's like, yes, they're your parent, but they're also human. They fuck up, we fuck up. You know what I mean? It's like both sides of the coin. So I get it. But some shit be justified. Some parents be on some bullshit.
I
So
was just about to say, that depends on the parents too. But then I also will say too, granted, yes, sometimes as children we can have our parents on that type of pedestal, but then we get older and then we realize like I'm never gonna take away my mom did her best at raising me. My mom did her best as a single mother raising 4 kids. But
mm,
there's things that and I understand she did it to the best of her ability,
With
but there's
what she
certain
was giving.
things with what she was giving, with the tools that she has on life, but there's just certain things that I do look at like, no, you coulda figured that out a little differently. You coulda tried to do that a little differently versus I feel like a lot of parents, especially older parents, they're stuck in their ways and they're stuck in the this is how I am, this is who I am type of mindset. I've been this way all my life and don't want to or never wanted to grow more than what they've been through in life. And so that those become those parents that carry that generational trauma, those generational issues. So it depends on the parents too. We all hold that standard of my mom and my dad's a superhero, but then as you get older in life, as we in our 30s and stuff, looking back at our parents, it's like, nah, some things you could have really did better. You had those tools. You just chose not to utilize them for real.
mhm. So this makes me wanna segue into this next question. Do you feel like you have to be 100% to be ready for a partner?
Nah, I
No.
don't think so.
Not a hundred
I don't think
percent,
so.
no,
I
but
don't think so.
actively working towards it. Um, Don't be looking for a partner and expecting that partner to heal you or to build you to this person. You should whatever you want out of your partner, you should be working on those same things within yourself to become a better partner, a better person. But no, you don't have to be 100%.
What were you gonna
Yeah,
say?
you don't have to get 100% healed or 100% responsible or not responsible, put together at all
Mhm,
to be ready for your partner, um, especially to get married. Because when I got married, I wasn't 100% uh, prepared, not prepared, but 100% all put together. That takes time. That's for you and your partner to get to come together and build each other up. On the with healing part, you don't have to be 100% hit. You can be 75, 80, 80, 75, 80% healed from all these off of the situation in your trauma, your past trauma. But you found somebody that will love you and to respect you and to want to help you build yourself up and to help you to get to that 100% of being healed. So you don't have to be 100% anything to be part of the part to be for your partner.
mm. I agree with that. Because it just makes me think of the question that, or thing that I hear from men sometimes where they're like, "Well, financially, I'm focused on my finances and I'm not where I'm at financially, so I feel like I can't be with you or pursue you until I have that in order." You know what I mean? But it's like, it doesn't take away that you're a great quality man. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
sometimes I'm like, do you kinda put yourself in a bad position because you're solely focused on one area of your life that's not all the way put together?
yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, I had that in my when before I got married with to Cheyenne, before I even got with my wife, I um I had that mindset too. Like I want to be at this point in my life, but then when I met her, she started opening my eyes to certain different things. I was like, yeah, I really gotta change my mindset. Go ahead and lock this down. So, so I wound up opening my eyes. Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't even 70% at that point. In my opinion, I was trying to get my shit
Yeah.
together, and then we get together. She started building me up. Helping her build herself up a little bit. I'm trying to get to where she was at. Like a lot of people don't know, one reason I got my master's because she had her master's. So
Mhm.
like that's one way of building each other up. Like I'm like, I can't be with no woman that has a master's. I just got me a bachelor's degree. What do I look like? So I was gonna get there. Now she tried to go for a doctorate. I'm stopping at the master's. I learned my lesson.
It ain't for everybody.
It's not. No, I'm not going in there.
Absolutely. Question, because we
Not
asked
not to
Oh, go
uh,
ahead, Kenny, go ahead.
not to play devil's advocate though with you, George, because somebody has to be contrarian on this podcast. No, I'm playing. Um, I do like the fact, and I remember me and you've had this conversation before. Y'all don't know, me and George, we pretty much talk every day. So we pretty much talk every day, every other day. The one thing I will say that I do, and I commend you for that. You said you got your master's because, you know, Cheyenne had her master's, so that inspired you to get your master's and pursue your, further education. One thing I do want to say is that sometimes we do get caught up in the trap of not saying playing the catch up game or I have to match or be better than, because some men actually fall into that trap. Not saying you, George. I'm not talking about you at all. I'm talking about the flip side of it, where some men do feel insecure that perhaps their partner or their mate may be a little bit more accomplished than they are in some instances. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely seen that and heard that, especially with some brothers where they're just like, man, well, I can't be with no girl. She got her master's or her doctorate. I can't get, and I'm just like,
I
y'all,
feel
that's
like
the kind of red flag
that's
that
a you problem.
That's a cop
exactly
out.
that is. It's definitely a cop out and it's definitely an insecure problem because I remember
Right.
a woman who I was dating. I was dating someone who had a PhD, who was going for their PhD when I was dating them, and and they still wanted to create a life with me. In spite, I think I wasn't even in school at the time. I think I was working my insurance job. I was just doing my little thing, I think my little insurance job, making money, whatever, whatever. And she still wanted to rock with me because again, she saw my character and she saw the kind of person that I was and was thinking like, oh, this could be somebody who I could build a life with possibly. And I think that's the biggest thing that we really have to understand. And a lot of times as men, it's Men's Mental Health Month. Dun, dun, we always have to
Hey.
continue to think that we always overthink, we get in our heads, and it's just for anybody in general. As humans, we get overthink and we get in our head and think and project what we feel like the other person would want from us. That ain't even what they want from us. The expectations that we set for ourselves sometimes are not even the expectations that our partner has for us. We doing them. We out here doing. We out here doing the most, the absolute most, going above and going to hell and high water to do something, and our partner's not even asking for that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we really got to get out of our heads sometimes too. I feel.
So,
Who has told you?
given
Who has told you that before, Kitty? Who has told
Mm,
you that? Who has
sound like
told you
words
that
of a
before?
wise
Shut up,
man.
shut up,
Just
nigga.
saying. I'm just saying.
No, I'm playing. You have told me this before. Yes, yes.
Sound like a trick
Shoot,
sample.
quite. Mm.
We at the
They didn't know
Oracle.
everything.
No,
Anyway.
So I have a question. I have a question.
go
If
ahead.
you dated somebody in the past, right? And then let's say 5 years go by and you guys cross paths again and they wanted to try to rekindle some things, would you think about rekindling or would you just say no, been there, done that, and keep it moving?
That's
What's my
subjective.
status at the time? What's my status at the time?
What do you mean? What's your status at the time?
Is
Am I
he
still taking?
single? Is
Am
he
I
taking?
single?
You're
What's my
single.
status?
You're single.
Now, if it's someone that like I've had it was bad. If it was a bad relationship, then no. If it was actually a decent relationship and that we just knew we couldn't work at that particular time, then maybe.
Yeah, it's subjective. But like from a single perspective, I don't know. There are some where it didn't end on bad terms, but then there are some that are. So it just depends who the fuck you are. But then again, even if it didn't end on bad terms, we walked away for a reason.
Hmm.
So I'm like, you got to give me a greater reason to want to come back from the great reason of why we separated in the first place.
Yeah, like what you bringing to the table this time? Like,
What you want to
yeah,
come back for? Am I a
right.
rebound? Did it not work with the direction you tried to go, and now you like, let me go back to this old thing over here because I love it over. Like, what's your
Why
like?
did
How do
that?
you approach me for why? You know,
I did that back in college one time. It definitely backfired.
you try to spin the block.
I did. I was a freshman. I didn't know what I was doing.
Did you
It didn't work
initiate
out.
spinning of the block, or did they initiate it?
I initiated it. It never worked when guys do things.
I wouldn't
That's not
say it
true.
don't work. I wouldn't say it don't work.
I'm gonna.
It
Mm,
was. I was
mm.
like I said. I was a freshman, and this girl, she actually liked me. And I liked her too. But then I saw something else that looked a little bit better. I saw better. Here's an analogy. I had this Honda Civic, but I saw this Porsche. I was the Porsche. But the Porsche didn't want me,
My
so I'm
face.
trying to go back to the
My
Honda
face.
Civic.
Damn, you
That's
couldn't get a
all.
Mercedes or something. You said a Honda Civic and a Porsche.
That's crazy.
Two different
That's
classes.
crazy work.
Right.
It's crazy work, bro.
That's what it was. I mean, that's how you label it. Like the better looking car, you want the better looking car, but then the car that you need at that time or whatever, or that you need is gonna take you, it's gonna last forever. It's sitting right to your face. But you don't want that. You want the most expensive thing out there on the market. You know what I mean? But you can't afford it or they don't want you.
You want the nice, shiny, glittery. You want the nice, shiny, glittery.
Yeah.
True, but some people
Ooh,
Yeah.
I got a question.
some people want that old thing because it's familiar though.
Right. Well, again, like I said, I was a freshman. She wasn't familiar at all. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you this. I got it. Look, let me tell you this. There was a time where I had a girlfriend. This was when me and George were roommates, and I had a girlfriend.
Don't talk about
And
that.
you shut up. No, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it because this is a good example. This is a great example. We got together.
Oh yeah.
Things were
Actually,
great.
it
We had our
is.
ups and downs, but things were great. Things were the bomb. It was probably like one of the best relationships I had been in at that time.
Mhm.
So long story short, we ended up breaking up because I was for whatever I remember what happened. It was just you know how many times you heard the term too many irons in the fire, too many irons in the fire. Everybody, too many people in your business. Well, that's I really was. We didn't establish clear boundaries. I'm gonna say we, not just her. We did not establish clear boundaries in this relationship. So I was the one who stepped away because I couldn't take it no more. And there was a point in time where we had officially broken up, but and she had gotten with this dude, right? I think it was her boyfriend before me, and she would still come to the house. And,
To
you know,
yours?
she get yeah, to my house, yeah. She would still come to my house and she would get cracked every once in a while, you know, still, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking I'm low key thinking I'm winning. I'm thinking I'm winning because I'm like, yeah, she still come back for real. You know what I'm
As
saying?
a
She come
single
back.
person, as a
And
single person, you was winning.
as a single person, right? This is in my mindset at the time. I'm thinking I'm winning. So, you know, I'm still doing my thing. And then he would call and she wouldn't pick up. I'd be like, yeah, that's right. She would say, yeah. But here comes the other part that got to me. And this is what ruined us getting back together when we got back together. When we got back together, it was cool. But here's the thing. It made me think, so when we were together and all those times you didn't answer your phone, were you with him? Just like when you're with me, you don't answer his calls?
It made you
My mind
think
started
about what
wondering.
you yep.
It
Wow.
made me wonder. My mind started wondering, and again, Libra mind, it messed me up. It messed me up really. And so
Now,
when we
now
got
every
back
time you call
together,
her, she don't
long
answer. Your first mindset is she with oh boy?
uh-huh. And now when we got back together, it really made me second guess everything because by that time we never had a full conversation really to even iron everything. We just picked up right where we left off, where you know, I love you too. Oh, I'm so glad we're back together. But then we're also side eyeing each other because it's like Mr. and Mrs. Smith without without the guns and without fighting. It's like good night, and then you give that person that side eye. You turn their back to them, like I don't trust this person, but I'm in the bed with them. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. And it was kind of like that. And you can't be in a healthy relationship like that where you're insecure and you don't trust that person, let alone to the point where you're not communicating what your insecurities are either. So
So was the
yeah, that
coochie
was a bad
good?
spin the block.
Was the coochie that good for you to stick around in all the time?
It must have been because Jesus.
Actually,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
take that back.
obviously at the time you
Hold on.
listened.
It was It was half and half because I'm gonna tell you in my 30s, because I was in my 20s when that happened. My 30s, I can say it wasn't really about that. Honestly, it was about we talked about this last lesson. I mean, not last lesson, last episode. It was about the validation that I felt when I had her too as well. I felt validated when I had her on my arm because people closest to me was like, yeah, okay, you got you a bad one. Like I remember one of my homies said like, oh, you know, she's really like, she bad, like she really fine. And he kept saying it in front of his girlfriend. And his girlfriend just kept looking like, okay, we get it. She's pretty. Like I'm pretty too. But he literally kept saying it over and over and over again to the
He
point where I'm
was
like, dang man, I was like, damn, man, I feel a little uncomfortable. But also, too, the ego part of me felt like, got me a, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a diamond,
Like
yeah,
you got
take
you a
something back.
one up. You got you a one up on another nigga.
Right. Not knowing it's causing me emotional and mental toil at the same time.
emotional.
You
Just
know, there's a saying where it said, don't date, there's like some, don't date a
emotional
bad,
damage.
don't date a, don't date a bad, what's it? I forgot the name of the saying. But yes, it's true because a bad bitch will definitely, as they say, a quote unquote bad will cause you
You
some
act like we
stress
can't
if you
cuss.
ain't prepared.
Emotional
A bad,
damage. That's what you
sorry,
do.
I like to be respectful. I don't like to use that word too often, so I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, a quote unquote bad bitch will definitely cause you some stress for sure. If you that. With anything, I also say too, if you're not secure, anybody will cause you stress, honestly. But that particular instance where I was dating and leading with ego in that relationship, oh yeah, it stressed me the hell out when I was leading with ego, for sure.
And a lot of times you causing your own damn self stress and somebody else just tagging along for the ride.
E- exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. And that's exactly what happened.
A fool behind the driver's seat.
Thank you. I'm jumping out the car next time. I'm just gonna jump out that mode.
Ah, kick them out the motherfucker. What you mean you jumping out of a perfectly functioning car? Kick them out.
You're right. You're
Ejecto,
absolutely right.
If you're gonna be in your own
ejectocito,
madness, be in it sober. Don't
ejectocito.
invite nobody to the party. Please. Mm-mm.
No, you're
Hey,
absolutely, you're absolutely.
Nay, I ain't gonna lie. This little earring right here, I keep looking at it in the camera and it's giving me life. I ain't gonna lie.
That is random as shit.
So you see what it's
Woof.
doing.
I
You
see,
see it's
That is so funny.
Baby,
That's
I
why I
see
say
what
you
it's
gotta
doing.
But
have
I'm over here
it.
purposely like moving my head, watching it just dangle, and I'm like, okay, now I see what you mean.
Mhm.
but
I
but
need
honest,
that.
but the crazy thing about it is,
Mhm.
the crazy thing about it is when you're talking about spinning the block, honestly, or revisiting a past relationship, as a friend, I am a good friend to tell you not to do it, to not go back and not spin the block. Like you deserve better. You remember the X, Y, and Z of why this did not happen. Why this happened, why you broke up with them in the first place. I am an advocate of moving forward, look onward and upward, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how I believe. But for myself,
It's
I will
always
go
hard
back
to follow your
again
own
and
advice.
again
Always
and
hard to
again.
follow your own advice.
It is.
I'm not giving nobody no sound advice unless they ask me for it. Because
I
at that
respect
point,
that. I
I'm just
respect. Like I tell you, I
drink
respect.
here. You want to go to a fuck nigga?
Mhm.
That's fine. Now, if you ask me what you think about me going to say fuck nigga, you know, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, she gonna tell you. She,
If you ask,
look, she gonna have her
I respect
opinion,
that.
and it's gonna be raw and uncut.
I might hold your
And I
hand depending on how severe you're deep in the shit, but it's not gonna take away the fact I'm gonna
Right?
be like,
They says it all.
What you
Mm.
you holding on to a fingertip? You know why I'm giving these faces.
let's strike a nerve.
And she said she asks, you 9 times out of 10 you do, but she runs it down.
Depend on who the motherfucker is too.
she said that 10% though.
It's really like a 5.4%.
Y'all remember last episode I
The number
literally
keep going down.
said she was on my ass about some shit.
And she admitted
Mhm.
that
So
she be on both of us. She admitted it. Let's play it back. Let's play it back.
Roll the clip, ladies and gentlemen. Roll the clip.
Roll it. Really got on my ass the other night for some shit that I was doing. She had my Caspers mixed up, but she got in my ass, and it was like that's the type of advice, huh?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Alexis is that friend that will definitely get on you for sure. Me and Alexis have had some heart to heart.
Motherfucker.
I can't say a name. I can't give a description. What the fuck are you doing with that person? Why are they even there? Why are they around? Why are you talking? I knew this bullshit was finna happen because you was talking about that person too much. Alexis be on it. Alexis be on it.
That sounds like
You're quick to be like, oh, I just fell asleep. No, you didn't fall asleep. You were pushed asleep.
I did.
You're
But see,
different.
no, anytime I tell y'all, if I ever tell y'all I fell asleep getting my daughter to sleep, I did. I really did. She puts that sleep music on and I be knocked the fuck out. But I wake up and be on my bullshit.
We ain't
I
talking about
will
that.
admit that.
see.
We talking about
We gotta fix that.
we're not talking
Then
about
she said, hello.
we talking about
She
this
wakes
particular-
up and watches Instagram and she turns it to max volume and she always wakes me up.
Ooh,
Oh,
not her snitching on you.
she told on you.
You see how
Let
she
me see.
slid in there and immediately was like, yeah, you guys.
Hey,
telling.
that's
Real
what kids do.
smooth.
Kids will
Real
snitch
smooth.
on you.
I'm telling on your friends.
Kids are quick to snitch on you.
And be happy about it too. And be happy they be telling that nigga, I'm telling, and they be so happy about it.
I'm
Shit,
so
they be
glad
excited
my
to tell.
son don't talk.
Shoot.
I'm so glad
Oh,
my
this
son
way.
don't
Days
talk
where
right
she
now.
didn't talk.
Right. No,
What?
like,
You
when they little and you talking to them and they whining, you be like, I wish you could just talk. And now they talk, you be like, shut up.
Mhm.
Oh, I can't wait till my nephew Grayson started talking. Oh boy, that's gonna be great.
But sometimes you
My
gotta be
toddler,
honest.
Georgia,
You gotta be honest with your friends and tell them when they fucking up. Look into the light, nigga. Go this way.
oh
Why
yeah,
you going in this deep ass tunnel? Turn around. Reverse.
See,
Why
I'm about to
like
say wrong. Okay, you
just
got it.
told
like
me
abort
you
mission,
working
abort
on this.
mission.
Yeah, like you just told me
so
you trying to step away from this type of behavior and work on it. So yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna be your accountability partner and tell you to back up out of there. Because if they ain't giving
True
you
that.
no reason to even be in your house, let
high
alone
five,
Hmm.
get your
Alexis.
waters.
High five. High
High
five,
five.
Alexis.
Got you.
High
I got you.
five.
She
Boom.
leaving you hanging. I was gonna say she leaving you
My
hanging.
bad.
High five.
Because I was looking at
No,
that.
Oh, but
But they
no.
don't deserve they don't deserve because you tried to
Dang,
put on
I'm gonna put
yourself.
you
I
on
didn't even
blast,
say
Dave.
nothing. I didn't even say nothing.
I
You
but no,
told me
No.
because
so.
I have to say that because, like I said before, I sent you a post. Alexis is that friend that no matter what she is going to tell you, and as much as it be annoying me sometimes, and it be like, girl, shut the fuck up. Sometimes it's needed, and you have to. I don't want no friend around me that's going to sit here and accept my bullshit and be like, okay, okay, no, hold me accountable to, especially if I'm telling you something and you see me doing
mm-hmm.
the opposite of what I just said. I love that she sits here and tell me because right now I may not want to hear it. But I'm gonna sit on it later on and be like, you know what, she was right. Let me go ahead and for the fact that somebody else sees some bullshit that I'm on and I'm
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
being ignorant to it, let me go ahead and move about it a different way. She has always held me accountable. I think Alexis is my one friend that I really do call that really is a friend. That's my therapist.
Facts.
That's my
Hey,
everything in one.
Ki-
She
Kitty.
really holds me
Yeah.
down.
Yes,
Sounds like
George.
Kitty,
George is
do
that for Kenny.
Yeah. She said all
I
my
felt
life
it.
I had to fight.
I felt that.
Because
As soon as he
y'all
said
don't
Kenny, I
realize.
felt it.
So y'all don't realize, like I said, Kitty said that we talk all the time. Like I literally, me and Kitty makes we literally call each other. We talk through our problems with each other, and then like I listen to him, he'll listen to me. Man, I tell him some real shit, he'll tell me some real shit. But I'll be like, now, granted, I tell him some real shit a lot of times, and he don't follow through and listen to it. But when someone else tells him the same shit, okay,
Oh,
fuck you
I
too.
received message received. It's like, you know what? Pay me for my 100 minutes I just gave your ass then, nigga. Because I
Facts.
am.
You,
I
Give,
you'll
gave
never
that
be.
give me
You'll
my
never be
life.
broke.
Give me,
You'll
give
never
me
be
my
broke.
breath
You'll never
back.
be broke.
'Cause-
But
mm,
but
Am
yeah,
I
I lost my
lying?
train of thought. You're not
Am I
lying.
lying though?
We do talk, and
Mm,
you're not lying.
my
But I
breath
don't know what you
back.
look. I don't know you talking about because you
yeah,
don't be following my advice half the time either. Shoot, we both don't be following each other. We be telling each other the right stuff. We both don't be following it sometimes.
Nah,
Most of the
I
Kenny
time,
listen.
no,
hard.
No,
I correct that.
I take it.
Most of the time
I
we do,
take people's.
but
Kenny hard headed. Cause I remember
Yeah, he is.
advice. I don't know who you was fucking with at that time. I don't know
oh,
who.
I know who all this.
Okay. And
When
I'm
you were when,
You
like,
know,
yeah.
you
Hmm.
messing with them, Kenny. I was like, what is it get this going nowhere? You just giving and giving and giving and you're receiving nothing in return. Like there's no balance. That
Yeah,
you
it
you
was the
you
same person I was
emptying
talking
your
about.
cup
Yeah.
into what?
now
Yeah.
to piggyback when they said, Alexis, you are that friend. You and I did a conversation the other day. Nay, I never got a chance to tell you the story, but you and I had a conversation the other day about my little brother, and you made me sit down because I was ready to go over and
She's ready to
propose.
meet me.
I was ready to meet, like for real, for real. But after having that conversation with you, you were like, you've done that before. What is that gonna do for you now? Honestly,
I see the
I answered
sunrise.
you instead that it makes me feel better in the moment, but after really thinking about it, it's not gonna do nothing. It's not gonna really change.
Right.
I told her, I
So
was like, "'Cause it's almost like you're trying to reprimand them like a child now." And I told her, I was like, "That's a grown ass man." And she was like, "That don't mean he can't get his ass whooped." I was like, "That's how you interpreted what I said." But essentially, you can't be like, I'ma pop you, punishment, lesson learned. Let me rub your head and tell you how you fucked up. You can't do that with a
Yeah.
grown man, even if that is your little brother. And I told her, I said, The problem in this matter has nothing to do with you, but you're on the receiving end to see what's going on. The problem is how you're treating your mom. So focus on your mom versus focusing on your frustration towards him because it's not gonna get you nowhere to fight him again.
Mhm.
Where's it going?
Hey,
It's
I ain't
gonna
gonna
give
lie.
you momentary
Fighting
satisfaction.
don't solve anything.
It's gonna be
Fighting don't
momentary
solve anything.
satisfaction. That's it. But is your mama still gonna be hurt after the fact? Yes.
Right.
So it didn't solve nothing. That's actually
True
gonna hurt
that.
her more because she like, damn, my kids is over here fighting, and let alone they fighting over me.
Mm.
Mhm.
When you put it like that, okay, you know what I mean. But like, Jesus Christ,
I feel like she want to roll her eyes so bad.
I,
Now it also kind of went.
There you go.
Violence is the answer. Sometimes, not this one.
Hmm.
hey, I ain't gonna lie. Had this been like 4 or 5 years ago,
She
I
still would
would
have
have
did
been
it.
stubborn. I would have went. I would have got up
Oh,
at
you would have.
midnight, right after that phone call. I would have went over
Oh
there and put
God.
hands on him.
See, that's
Off
growth
top.
though. We give it to the growth because look at you 4 or 5 years later and you are able to sit with yourself and not go into that. Because I said the same thing with Alexis before, where I was ready to knock somebody head off their shoulders. I think I told you this too, Vic. I think we had a three-way call, and I was ready to knock somebody head off
Mm.
their shoulders, clean off their shoulders. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm not even finna put my hands on you. I'm not even finna do it because I know where I'm at, and I have more to lose now than I did back a couple years ago, where nothing would have ever stopped me in my I was literally in my tracks, like,
Mm.
yeah, and I stopped literally, like, on the dime. I was like, "I'm not gonna do it."
Man.
I wouldn't even do it. And sometimes we
Nay,
really do have to sit and reflect on that growth, huh?
I'm sorry. You're just such a sweetheart. So I don't see they must have really pushed you like, huh, like they must have really
Kenny.
got you all the way fucked up. Huh?
What they saying?
I'm
Get out.
listening.
No, what they saying and get out? No, 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 no. No. I'm sorry. May's
No,
the
no,
sour patch.
no. I
May's
really am.
What?
But the sweet part is very sweet. But she can be
He
a
know.
sour
I don't
patch.
even. What he sound? He sound like what? Like oh no, what?
Because
Yes.
No.
Kenny has never seen that side of me.
I've
And
never
when
seen that
people
side
don't
from
see
her.
that side of me or they don't even hear that side from me, they be like, "You get
I
down like that?"
I
Yeah.
don't know why I
Yes.
thought he was around during the times of those days. I'll just say that. I could have sworn he was
He
around for the
was, but
period.
he wasn't.
Because I
Like,
had my
not
own. I was
for
dealing with
like
I was dealing with
Fair.
with me and Alexis. At the same time, I was
Look,
knee deep
I'm gonna say like
in
I'm
the
gonna say it like
zhuzh.
this. I'm gonna
Go
say it
ahead.
like this. Everybody has that side about them. Just because you ain't seen it, don't mean
It's not
they
there.
don't got it. Like Alexis, I never seen you get pissed off and go off on nobody. At AC, many times I see you at AC, I've never seen that. But I'm not saying I don't
I
put it
have.
past you.
I know I've been.
Hey, I don't know you. I can tell you can probably go off on somebody. You got how many kids you got? You a whole
just one.
mom. You gotta go off on you're a whole mom. But Victoria, you probably done the same thing. So, well, you fight people, so you apparently, so you go off.
You know what's funny?
Try not to
Kids,
though.
I
That's the
did
thing.
I did cuss somebody
That's the
out
thing.
last year on a TikTok live. I did. And I got an
hey,
apology from them after the fact, but it was just I don't like when people test my retired gangster because I'm like, I still got the key to Pandora's box to let
That
her
part.
out because
look,
it takes a
look.
lot to get me angry and take me there because I know my anger. I can turn into the Hulk
That
when
part.
I'm
So,
there. So yeah.
so I'm a teacher. So basically, I have to be patient and like and not go off on these kids. So
Hell yeah.
Hmm.
trust me, the kids see me go from, hey yo, chill out, hey, calm down, hey, don't do that, bro, hey, shut the fuck
Hmm.
up.
I was gonna say, does your
Literally,
voice get louder or does it just go deeper?
it gets a little
You get
deeper.
loud.
It get
Ah.
loud and deep at the same time.
I
Yeah.
heard him on the phone with these kids because I'm on my way
Oh
to
yeah.
work. He over here fussing at these kids. No, basically, no. You get loud in baseball. In class, you're like, eh. But at baseball on the field, oh yeah, he tear their ass up in baseball. Hell yeah.
I
Are
am
you
gonna
a
cuss
coach?
them niggas out. Yes.
Oh, period. I love that.
Come on. Come on now.
He
You
be
know
tearing their ass up.
you know what
Yeah,
it
I ain't
is.
gonna
I
lie.
would hope you would have went that route though, but I love that.
I ain't gonna lie. I
Yeah.
want to
I mean
lightweight
I had
coach a little team of some sort, little football team or something like that. That'll be dope.
yeah, I don't do football anymore. I ain't doing that. I ain't never doing football again.
Football in
I
Texas
used to
is
I,
be a cheer. I used to be a cheer coach. I
I
retired. I said nope,
I
nope.
can't do football. No. I got PTSD right now from coaching football. I ain't doing that shit no more.
it's
Because the
it's
Why?
on
moment they fought back, y'all running left.
What
it's
did
on it's all
football
No,
hands on
like
do?
deck.
Like they said, what did it
What they
do?
do to you?
coaching it's the no, it's the coaching staff. Like,
Yeah.
dude, we work here in Houston at the staff at the school I just got done working for, literally we work 7 days a week for 10 weeks.
hmm
And then dude talk crazy to you like you were a child. I'm like, I'm not doing that no more. I can't.
Oh,
Uh-uh.
mm.
And
And then
That is out of
expectations, I'm not
control.
saying,
Yeah.
what? Because I need a job, I got a family at home, I got to hold my composure. Uh, mm.
Mm.
I'd rather
I'm
stick to
good, but
baseball where baseball's a little different. I can do that. I have peace of mind in baseball. I don't have peace of mind when it comes to football.
because football is such
hmm
high energy, like
Yeah, I don't have
like
that. I don't have that in me.
adrenaline.
I don't have the I don't have the high energy level in me no more. I'm not 20-something years old. I'm 34 years old. I don't run around hyped up on whatever the niggas be on.
hmm
So
I agree.
And honestly, and to be real with you, honestly too, just also observation because I coached football when I was in New Mexico. It's honestly though, it's really a different. Texas is different when it comes to football because it's all hands on deck. When you work in the big school districts or even the small school districts, it's
yes.
all hands on deck. You could coach tennis, golf, basketball. Your school, your whatchamacallit, your sport may not even be in season. It's get your ass over
Right.
here. We need you to do something. If you're not on the sideline, if you're not coaching a position, we need you in the box, or we need you on the field doing something, or we need you to. It's like it's a
Yeah.
like
If my
a well-oiled
sport not
machine
in
in
season,
Texas.
I'm not working.
N- You bet nah, if you look,
I'm
you bet
kidding.
if
I'm
you won't
kidding.
look, if you want them to pay attention to your sport and even with
No, I
the
know.
monies,
I know.
you better bring
I
your
know.
ass.
I know.
I
I
know I'm messing
know.
with you.
You want the money,
But
you got to show your face.
So
Question, and this is going a
you could have
completely different direction, but do you have an embarrassing intimate story? Why everybody get quiet like
yes.
that?
But
Do
yes,
tell.
but everybody go I have one and
Nah, you go first.
okay.
Don't be trying to do
So
that. Oh, I'm gonna wait.
okay, so I'll go first. This happened when George, you may remember the story. 'Cause
Who's
so I
I
remember
ain't
it was
trying
new
I ain't trying to
it
remember
was
yours. I'm
New
trying to remember mine.
it was New Year's Eve. This was like I remember the year. If I give the year, it'll give away who the person is. But anyway, New Year's Eve. I remember the night before, the night that day, I had went and got some champagne. I made chocolate covered strawberries that night. I bought the candles. I bought out the whole joint, right? So when my lady come over for New Year's Eve, we about to get it on and crack it, right? So I remember George had left. This is when me and George were roommates. George had left.
I know the
And so
girl.
I had my room, had the had everything set up, the candles, the whole shit, right? I'm thinking I had the whole
Wait,
apartment to
wait.
myself.
HT?
It's
Oh,
New Year's Eve.
okay, got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought I had the whole spot to myself. So she comes over, hey, it's New Year's Eve, blah, 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 fireworks popping, pop that bottle of Sean Don. We about to get it popping. We drinking, we doing our thing. And then, so, hey, some furniture started moving around. So we're doing our thing. and she was very expressive, loud. And
Okay.
so we getting it in. We doing our thing. And then all of a sudden, our friends, I don't know how they got the key to the apartment. It sure wasn't me, or maybe the door wasn't locked. The front door wasn't locked. I don't know. Strike one. That was my embarrassing moment. That part, it wasn't locked. So our friends,
You gotta,
our
you gotta remember
friends,
they
they
worked
come in.
at the
They could,
damn apartment complex.
but they didn't have a key to the apartment. That's breaking and entering like a mug. But anyway, long story short, let me
Man,
finish the story. So they come in. Hold on. They come in, and I remember hearing one of the friends say, "Dang, Kenneth, you ain't there, go ahead. You what you making on that?" I was like, "Oh my God, they heard us." And so she freaked out. My lady at the time, she freaked out. She's like, "Oh my God, they heard me." So she ran into the bathroom, my bathroom, closed the door, and sat on the toilet, and just she was upset. I was embarrassed because
You were
the
embarrassed because
emotional
she was
boyfriend
feeling
part of me.
pleasure?
No, not that. I just like they walked in, and you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much like down there. The only thing they didn't see was us like actually in the act. They just heard us. So that's I was like, oh man. So I was slightly a little embarrassed because
We've all
I didn't
been
because I
there
didn't
where
because I didn't because I didn't lock the door. I didn't lock the door, and I didn't make sure that my lady was safe. So I felt embarrassed. But the boyfriend side of me, the protective side of me was like, damn, like, I should have made sure everything was better. But the nigga side of me was like,
I would have got the fuck on. What
hell
you
yeah.
mean?
right, like, I would have been like,
The nigga,
he did his
the nigga,
business,
si-
like,
the nigga side of me was like, yeah, yeah, you showing out here, boy. All right, I ain't mad at
but I
you.
mean, we've all been in
I
that
took my,
predicament of hearing our friend accidentally, clapping cheeks in the next room, and it wasn't like, "Hey, crack."
it's not accidental. It wasn't
No,
an accident.
listen, that shit. There was one time. This was right when I crossed. May had to do my hair. This is in Austin. They had to do my hair, for our probate, and our friend. I'm not saying no name.
Hey,
Our our friend was
were you
in the
part of the line
mid
that came back, or were you part of the line that came back or the line after that?
2016.
she's the line,
Yeah,
she's the line after them because it was Brianna Mitchell and them, and then them.
yeah. Then it was us.
Okay, okay. All right.
So,
Hey, Brianna, what's up, Bree?
and our friend was in the yam, and it was not expected. Like it was quiet and it was cool, and the next thing you know, it was just, and we were like, you know what? You hungry? I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat. But I'm not gonna ruin. I'm
Mm.
not gonna fuck up the scene. Like it wasn't like we would like. Were we laughing? Yes. But it wasn't like we was just making it so obvious, like, we hear you, nigga. It was just like, let him finish what he was doing. But we was like, you did your thing.
I just realized who the fuck you were talking about. That was the funniest of my life.
Ever.
When I tell you he was terrible,
Child.
he dug a
In
new
the yam.
hole. He dug a new hole in her, and we were just like,
Look, I didn't look. I wasn't there, but I heard about it.
we had to creep on out.
Yeah, we
I've
showed.
never had anything happen to me like that. I've been in a situation where I've heard other people, like the story of Alexis, where it's like, okay, I
Oh,
well,
I
I'm gonna
thought
go
she was
outside.
talking about you heard me, and I was like, what?
No, not a story of Alexis.
Oh,
No. But I've never been in a situation where I've been heard. No.
because I ain't gonna lie, I've had an instance where like this is like years ago, but brought my ex to Cali. We was doing the do in one room, and my siblings was like the next door. So it's like that was one of the most like. But I was just hoping and praying because they good for just
I got one.
before now. Go ahead.
So I don't know if it was embarrassing. It's not really embarrassing because we're grown. So with my wife, with my wife, they, her mom and her aunt and godmother was in a joint room next to us, and
Oh damn.
my wife was yeah, my wife was getting me, and she had to cover my mouth, and I was like, I can't breathe, but you got to realize that she's like the next door. She pointed over like the next door. I'm like, oh, all right, all my. I tried my best to keep it in.
But you
But
know what?
yeah, but we
For a
played
man,
music.
I love that.
We played music to drown it out though. So it was just like
Mhm.
it was what it is.
But that's commendable because some men be scared to be loud, and that shit is just so boring and vanilla to me. It's like, no, if you feeling and
I
experiencing pleasure, let that shit out.
I don't like vanilla. Nothing. I mean, I like vanilla ice cream, but not vanilla
Thank you.
stuff.
Perfect. Exactly.
So
Agreed. Agreed.
a funny story I have is like I was at my brother's house once, and him and his ex at the time, or him and his girl at the time, uh, they were in the back room just chilling in the back, and
Chilling.
his girl's phone. They had the door open and everything. And I was just sitting on the couch, scrolling through my phone, and his girl's phone was connected to the speaker that was in the kitchen, which I didn't realize. And all of a sudden, all I hear is a bunch of moaning and booty clapping and yeah, take this dick. And I was like, I know y'all not back there doing that with the door wide open. And his girl started cracking up laughing, came out of the room and was like, no, I just put on a porn video to see your reaction. I wanted to, I was like, girl, I thought y'all was back there clapping ass cheeks.
You
Oh,
want to wring his neck. You
damn.
want to wring his neck. Wring his neck.
Like, bro,
Hell yeah, because
I
don't
don't do what you
voluntarily.
do, but close the door. Like, come on now. That is not okay.
I don't know. I don't know. There's something kind of fun in having to be quiet. It's like you're loud because you want to be, but you're quiet because you have to.
Yeah.
Baby,
Something
That
fun in
I
sound
that.
don't
like
want to be
that sound like
quiet.
y'all
They torturing me.
doing
I don't I don't like for you to be quiet. I don't like for a person to be quiet. Express yourself. Like express yourself. I'm here. What is here for? Like, you know what I'm
And
saying?
I'm sorry if I have to if I have to be quiet because other people is in the house, it's gonna make me get louder.
Amen.
I
Amen.
can't I can't that trying to keep quiet. The only way I could keep quiet is like when my daughter's home, and I try not to do anything with my daughter being home because it's just no
Yes.
telling with her. But if anybody else is in this house, y'all better go outside. The fuck? I'm sorry. We know what time it is. We're grown. Eh,
And the
right.
and the crazy
Play with
part
the
about it
damn
is
top.
the cra here's the crazy part. The crazy part is if she tells me to, like she's quiet or whatever, and we're trying to be quiet, she'll be quiet, but I'm still loud. I'm still loud. I'm not gonna hold you because I don't like I'm not quiet. I'm a expressive person. So I'm like, I'm gonna get us in trouble regardless. So I mean, hey, we're fucked either way, huh?
So
Like,
it's either you gonna hear the voices or you gonna finna hear
so
something.
speaking of being
Amen.
loud and all the things, when was the first time you had an orgasm and was it your best?
I think we was talking
can
about
you
this before
really
we
say
started
that it
before
was your
everybody
best if
got
you still
on.
got a whole rest of your life to live?
Right.
Your best to
Best so
current
far.
date. Yeah.
Mm.
My first, I think
I
my
was in,
first
I was
was. No, go ahead, because I had a thing.
I
I'm
gotta
gonna go with
think.
that. Go ahead.
I want to say I was in college. Had a girl come to had a friend come to the dorm room, and she gave me a big explosion. Like it reached heights I'd never seen before.
Was it
You took
penetration
kaboom.
or was it head?
It was it was hand
I
and
knew it.
head,
Okay. Okay.
You said it was head and head.
hand and head.
Oh,
Oh,
the, the double
no, not
whammy.
2000.
That'll get you every
The
time.
two 2,000, not 3,000, but 2,000. Gotcha.
Shoot that thing up. What about you, Kenny?
Oh wow. One comes to mind. I've had a few. Um, one definitely comes to mind. Um, Albuquerque actually. It's in Albuquerque, and this one woman who I was like getting to thought we were cool. We were getting to know each other, and I remember um we were on her couch in our apartment, and I remember it was one of those ones where I ain't ashamed to say it. It was one of those ones where she was talking me through it. Yeah, she was talking me through it. And then
It's
all of a
always fun.
sudden, and she was talking me through it, and she was like on top of me. She was riding me, and she said, "Don't, don't come yet, don't come yet." And I was like, I got you," because we ended up like coming together, and oh my god,
I love
the
those.
way she, the way she gripped the back of my head,
Mm.
and I remember we just sat
Still think
there,
about
and
that
we
to
just,
this day, huh?
and we just, it is yes, and because she looked at me, I looked at her, and we looked at each other like we broke the law.
She looked at me.
Exactly, exactly. And I was like, "Oh my god." And it made me think to myself, I'm kind of a like, as dominant as I am, not gonna hold you, as dominant as I am, there's some moments where I like for her to talk me through it and, be like, "Hey, I'm of service to you. What can I do?" You know what I'm saying? So I liked it when she was telling me, "Hey, you don't," she was doing her thing. She was like, don't come yet." I said, "Okay, all right." But,
Before I
the
go,
way you
hey,
put
y'all,
it down,
before I
shit.
go, I'm going to try to look at this.
Oh, it's so
Oh,
peaceful.
Ah, the the
peaceful.
the Italian sunrise.
Right.
Mhm.
Anyway,
That's what's
I
up.
don't know. Y'all
Go
have a
drink
good
some.
Nice.
Go drink some wine.
evening. I don't like wine that much, but it's all right.
I'm a wine head. I'm sorry.
Just so
Anyway,
sweet.
I'll talk till next time.
Until
Okay.
next time.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you,
No
George.
problem. Peace out.
Peace.
Bye.
All right. Who's next? Because
Who's that?
I had to think about that last that last one.
First.
I think my first time was like 2017. 2017. It's I don't think it was my best one though.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely wasn't my best one because I could like honestly it was one of those where I read the question earlier and I thought back like, wait, I had to really see, I had to think on that to be like, wait a minute. No, it wasn't my best one. My best one was the Libra.
Girl, if you
I'm
gas this
sorry.
nigga up any fucking more.
I can't
Cheers.
gas him up. No, it's the when
Cheers.
it's the truth, it's the truth. Like
Cheers.
that was, but
I have two
so
Humbly
memories.
speak.
far.
Humbly
This
speaking.
is very funny. One memory, my first ever was by myself, and I scared myself because I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was like, "What the fuck is this feeling?"
Yes.
And I was like, "Oh my
Yes.
god, over here having seizures and shit." And
Yes.
I was just like, "I have to do that again." No, but
It's when you can do it
And
when
you
you do it
I
yourself,
scared
it's
myself.
like it's that moment of being like, because I promise you, if we can go there, I never knew I could squirt until I made myself do that shit. Like when I did that shit myself, I was like,
See, I never
I had a ball
I
in my
never made
room.
I was like,
I
what
never made
is this?
myself squirt, but the first time I had an orgasm from somebody else, they were giving me head, that was like 20, but it wasn't the best, like, because they didn't give me much to work with. So all they could do is lick the pum pum.
Well, shit.
the danger in what May has said, the danger of, and I hate this, stop it, with guys, especially when guys find out that women, that that women can squirt or if a person can't squirt. They act like they be trying to do it over and it's like they be trying to push the button just to make. And I'm like, sir, like, because I be having homeboys. They be like, man, she can squirt, she can do. I be like, bro, relax. I need you to chill out on that. It is
I
not a
don't mind.
button you can just push. Okay, like
I
relax.
don't. I don't mind you pushing
You know
it,
what I mean? But like,
but make
it
sure you
shouldn't be a
like,
the main objective. It shouldn't be the main objective. I would say. You know what I'm saying? Without the proper prerequisites, if you will. Yes.
That part. I agree
as a
with you.
Yeah,
as a
you can't just go in thinking that you just finna get it. You really gotta work it
You gotta work
on up
towards
to
that.
get into that point.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I've had somebody say that
Thank
was
you.
like they were like, I'm trying to get you to squirt. And I'm like, well, it's not gonna happen. Like off the rip, I'm letting you know right now. Because it for me, like I really did. But for me, it's like it's really more to it. And then if I'm not
Mhm.
feeling you all like that, you definitely not finna get that type of side of me. And if you're not doing your job correctly,
But as a BDSM girly,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I'm finna make you
I
come
mean,
3 times, and you gonna go to sleep well and happy
She said,
and on a natural high. Yes, I'm
being
that.
stared as a nigga fucking with Alexis. You
Because it was so
gonna
funny.
have a nigga walking limp in the motherfucker.
It is stage strong, standing
as
that
a dom as a
ground. But it was just funny.
as a dominant,
Like,
yes.
hey, let me take a break. I said, did I say I was finished?
"What?"
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Let somebody
Yes,
talk
ma'am.
to me the way that you talk to these niggas, baby. I'ma fall in love real motherfucking quick. Bring that shit the fuck here. Bring it back now,
But
boy.
here's the
Did
thing.
I say I was finished?
But that's the thing
Cause I'll
about
be
it.
like, no,
And I
no, mommy, real quick.
So I'm not gonna lie.
child,
When
listen.
it comes to this whole BDSM thing, I'm like
It's fun.
a little bit
It
about
sounds
it, but
fun.
not too much. Only reason why I know something about it is because of Michelle. Michelle's into that, and I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I be watching some of the stuff she be watching, or be listening to some of the stuff she be listening to, and I be like, what are you listening to? Like, what?
It's just emotionally trusting somebody to help you reach climaxes
Exactly.
you can meet before, and then the way that they care for you
Yes, ma'am.
after they just right.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
But it
There's a
takes
whole it's a
trust
whole thing. It's a whole thing.
because some people like to stick with their comfort zone of sex, but when you have somebody that you really trust to go directions in areas you've never touched before, it does something to you. Like you just feel
Man.
like, damn, like you really took care of my ass. What the fuck is going on? Like,
Okay, yeah. See, I ain't never met nobody to even think. No, I have never met nobody to think to treat me or to no. Only person I've ever really had conversations about that with is Michelle. And that's because she be listening to that stuff or watching videos, and she follows this like BDSM TikTok page and all kind of stuff. And I'm just like,
Mm.
it catches my ear, it catches my
It
attention, and then it's just like,
have you ever explored a
it also t
thing
it
ever?
what'd you say?
Have you ever explored like a little bit of those things ever? Or is that like a to be continued? Haven't yet.
No, 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 I have not explored any of those things. Um, it's
Are
more
you
just
gonna?
conversations.
are you gonna? Yeah, are you
What
I'm with Nate. Are you gonna? Yeah.
what scares you about it?
Ooh-wee.
What scares me about what
Possibilities
BDSM?
probably.
Mhm. 'Cause ain't nobody saying you gotta be gagged or like, there's levels to it. Ain't nobody saying you gotta be
Yeah,
gagged
There's
or
that's what
levels, yeah.
I
yeah,
just
you ain't that ain't the only thing. Tying up,
Yeah, and
that
blindfolded.
would have to be something. That would have to be something that is approached to me. Like
Okay.
But would you be
well,
comfortable? Would you really be comfortable with it? Like, especially with being tied up and being like certain different things, like taking Alexis and I talk about it a lot, like with taking away your senses and stuff. I be saying hell no when I be talking to Alexis, but then deep down I be like,
what?
I wanna take away all like, I wanna
I love
blindfold you, tie you
I
up,
I
put
love
some
to blindfold
headphones in
some.
your ears where you can't hear shit. All you can do is rely on when I touch you because it intensifies. Like you can feel my body get closer.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I,
Okay, wait,
I like
okay, okay. So then let me go back then because I have been blindfolded and I have been tied up.
no, that's the gateway right there.
see sis.
I
That's the
have
gate.
I have been blindfolded and I have been tied up. But it's not at the same time.
Oh, you gotta
Oh,
practice.
child, you gotta do both.
You
It's the
gotta
best.
see
Listen,
both
And you
of
know
them.
what? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me
It's
say this.
the
both of
fact
them
that
for
she
me
was
Let
right
me.
super
now.
excited
Let,
until I said that, she was like, "Oh."
yes,
Like
yes, ma'am. But here's the thing, though. Also too the best thing is like Alexa said, there has to be a level of trust. You do have to establish a serious foundation of trust with that person because again, you're entrusting that person. They're taking away your removal of your senses, and you're letting that person have control. And a lot of times, that's the thing is releasing those inhibitions, releasing those things that do control you, and letting that go in that situation. And case in point, I remember the first time I kind of got into it. Um, that
not
person
the good
That
opened me
damn
way.
up, and
laugh.
I didn't realize that I'm what I'm what they would call a brat tamer. That's me. And I didn't realize that because I'm so cool, I'm so mellow, I'm just so whatever, whatever. But I'm considered a brat tamer, and I was like, oh,
What okay, what is
uh-huh.
that? Y'all got me
It-
so intrigued.
mhm.
Y'all got me
So
so
It's
I
a
intrigued.
remember I
It's a
took a test like
BDSM
that too.
test.
Michelle made me take a test like
So,
that too, and I remember that term. I just don't remember what my results were because it was a couple years ago.
so,
Oh, my brat tamer
so
was at
me as
100%.
Me too. Mine was too. So as a brat tamer, basically, it's basically you're a dominant. You're considered to be a dominant, and basically what that means is in a consensual setting, the submissive shows their affection and they surrender by they test boundaries. They playfully test boundaries. They disobey. They act a little sassy. They act a little. And a brat tamer is like,
The brat. They act like a brat.
Yeah.
hey, yeah, like a
Like
brat.
I
And you're like, hey, got some. You know
yeah.
what
Like
I'm
I've had
saying?
a moment where I've told a nigga, I was like, get on your knees. And then I blindfolded him and like I
Yeah.
didn't like at first when you tell a nigga that they were like, okay. Like they gonna do it, but they like, damn, she just went straight for it. It's like, yeah. Once I'm in that mode,
Yes, ma'am.
it's like, and if you don't listen, I got a crop for that ass.
Hmm.
So, question,
I got it.
Jeannie, do
Amen.
you know
Amen.
where
Amen.
you can find that test at?
Online.
Ooh,
So
you can
I
find it online for
Drop
sure.
I
link.
feel like if anybody finds the link or whatever too, we should all take it and then find out what our results are, and then we should discuss it.
Hell yeah. And
Amen.
That's
I agree.
I'm gonna
I
send
agree with
y'all a
that.
picture
No,
of my results.
because y'all got me so intrigued
I know
because
there's
I
all
mean
kinds of
I
different
have
terms.
I'm gonna send it. Hold on.
I know there's like dominant, submissive, brat tamer, brat. Like I know there's all kind of ones. I just don't remember what mine was.
My
Oh
shit
yeah, just
was
take the test and you'll.
hot.
okay, but you know what?
I love it.
I be wanting to do some dominant stuff,
Hmm.
but then I'm very like, I'm very shy.
But
But
you're
you're
Very shy.
submissive.
but it'll
I am
challenge you.
very submissive, but I be wanting to be like, sometimes I just really do want to flip the script, but then it'd be like, I'm not much of a talker, but I am a talker. But then it'd be like when I be wanting to say some shit, I'd be like, let me not say nothing. Let me just sit here. Let me not say nothing. But I be wanting to say, I be having some shit on my chest. I be wanting to get off. And
But you
And,
know,
and
like they
and that's the
said in the
thing. You
movie
got to
Hoes,
make sure that
I can fix it. Come to Alexa's
exactly.
session, Big Mama sessions.
I'm here, sis. I'm here.
I
But you
actually
need to make
You
it
I
know,
want to
fun.
sit in. I'm always
I used to be in your shoes, Nate, where it was like I was just like waiting for them to be like, "Hey, do this, put you in this position." But
Hmm.
damn, when it got to the point where I was telling that nigga like, "Lay the fuck back," and I was blindfolding them and giving
mhm.
them pleasure. Like I would do sensual
Hmm.
massages that ended with a happy ending, and rode the fuck out of them, and now soul snatch. It's fun.
Oh yeah. There it works. It is very much fun to be oh the again,
Or
stories I
places
could
you've
tell
never
you.
been.
I haven't had
Oh,
anybody
I love
really
it.
tap into that that part of my sexual part of me, really.
But you also have to do it with yourself too. Like you have to
So
open yourself
I've
up.
done
Mhm.
that's no problem. But I'm saying as far as like with someone else, I haven't really had anybody really like reach that level.
Do you think they were like nervous that you wouldn't be down for it?
I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Because I'm thinking back to I can't remember if it was episode 1 of this season or episode 2 something where we kinda tapped into that and you were just like, like, "I am vanilla." Like, there's just things I don't do in the bedroom, but I love your answer now because now it sounds like you're a little bit more open than when we, like, originally
Mhm.
talked about
There
this
are
type of
still certain things that I won't do.
we know you don't want no ass play.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
sorry for
out.
you.
That's out. I'm sorry.
Sorrows and prayers. You're
But
That is
missing out.
wait.
that is going to always be a
Why?
no for me.
A hard no. Be a hard
Hard
Why?
no for you.
no. Forever. No.
Why?
Why?
What?
Why?
It's
I
good.
What? She said it's a
Why?
booty.
Why?
She said it's a booty.
Right.
No.
I know. No, you not sticking
It's a hole just like your coochie.
you not sticking your finger, you not sticking your
And it feels great.
you not sticking no toy, nothing in my booty hole.
N-
No.
Hey,
Linda,
bugs
listen. Linda,
actually
listen.
butt plugs don't hurt. I have
It's not about
Wow.
hurting. It's just that's not comfortable.
How do you know
It
if you
Oh,
said
so
you don't do it?
you don't
It's
yeah, that's a
uncomfortable
good
when I
question,
take a
Eddie.
shit. No.
That's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Different something coming out of you versus going into you.
I don't like it
It's
either
not
way.
the
No.
same. But
No.
you don't know that yet
No.
because I used to be like a fuck no, you not putting nothing in my ass. I'm like, you can lick it, you can I don't even think I said you
Take
could
me
lick it
out.
yet. I was like,
I
you could
at one point it was a no licking
I wasn't
either.
even down for licking yet, but I was like, you could put your thumb over there like when you get it from the back, but that's as
No.
far as
See,
we gonna
take me
go.
out. That's what I'm saying. You
Wow.
get anywhere near my booty hole, it's a problem. I'm sorry. No,
I'm
I
sorry.
can't.
That's funny. I'm sorry.
I
Oh,
don't
because you
care
never
how
felt
intimate. I don't care how into it. I can be
Not even when they
into
eating it and the tongue slide
the
down and the tongue
minute
go a
you
little bit, you know.
and go back
no.
and
The
forth.
minute I feel anything, no. The minute I feel anything near my booty hole, I'm telling you, what
I
is
used
It's
to
a
think
dub
that
on
way.
that, huh?
what did you do?
I really used to think that way until I tried it. When I tried it, I was like, okay, it took a minute to get comfortable, but then once it got to that point, I was like,
It was
yeah,
my reaction literally in live time.
yo
I said,
freaky
oh.
ass.
I said,
I,
oh.
I damn near got caution tape on my booty hole. No.
Shit.
Oh, we remember when I got a shit.
No, but the reason why I
I
didn't
can't deal.
do anal for the longest is because a fucking doctor traumatized me. That bitch didn't tell me she was about to go back there and you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I curled into a
Lord.
and I was like, bitch, she was like, you know what? It's okay. We're gonna be done with the appointment. Yeah, bitch, because
Bitch, it
you
ain't
didn't tell me
okay.
shit.
Don't surprise it. Don't do it as
Don't
no surprise.
traumatize me. No, but I got surprised the right way, but that bitch didn't tell me shit. I ain't like that.
Oh.
So for the longest, I was like, ain't no ass play. This bitch traumatized. If you look back at old podcast episodes, I swear I probably said that in the episode, one of the episodes.
And that's gonna be
But
every
now,
time we have this conversation, my answer is going to always be the same. A hard no.
You just gotta try it.
it just takes the right person.
No.
It's
No.
okay. We still got a
You
lot.
keep saying
We
that.
got a
You
lot
keep
more living.
I'll even look. If I do ever find the right person, right? I
Yeah,
might
turn
even
you out.
compromise on the other hard no. But my butt is an absolute no.
What's the other her?
No, you
What's the
gonna
other
give
hard
up
no?
you gonna give up the other no versus this no.
Like, what's the other
The
no?
other her no.
No.
Huh? What's the other her no?
Guac Guac 3000.
Oh, you don't. Oh.
Keep your tongue out. Don't
Oh.
Kimmy, there's reasons though. There's reasons.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
So how you gonna
You-
go? How you gonna give that one up versus the? You gotta
Versus
open that back
that-
door before you do that one.
So okay, so I can go to therapy.
Would
over
you at
that.
least lick
I can
it
heal
first?
from that, right? You
Yeah.
can't touch my booty hole.
No, but would you at least try? Let's just say you had a partner and they was like,
Want somebody rub on it? Just
"Can you
like
lick my ass."
rub-
You
Like
rub my
they
butt,
act
touch
like
my
you know
booty
they
hole.
but you know they ask like let's just say you got a partner and you know they ass clean. They just got fresh out the shower. And they was like, "Hey, can you eat my ass real quick?" Would you just be flat out no, or would you be like, "All right,
Now that I'm still not doing.
Me eat them? Me
it's
eat
fine."
they? Is that what you just
Yeah.
asked me? No.
Yeah.
I didn't like stick my tongue in a man's ass, but I have licked his asshole.
No. You can be squeaky
Oh,
butt
okay.
clean. I'm not
It
licking
was
your
fun,
ass.
and it wasn't like he had his legs up in the air. It was nothing like compromising like
Okay,
that.
so what was the position?
So he was on his back. His legs weren't like wide. It wasn't busted wide open or nothing like that.
You just like
But like no.
That's
I'm
crazy.
trying to describe that his
That is
legs weren't
bananas.
wide open.
The
But he was
visual is
laying,
insane.
right. But he was laying down. I was giving him head, and then he was like, "Hey, you wanna go down there and give it a go?" And that was my first time, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm that
Get
nigga.
the fuck out of here.
I'm an eater. Okay,
you a freaky
I
nigga.
shuck myself with my tongue."
You a freaky nigga. No, I'm cool.
And that she is.
I'm cool. I'm not licking
I ain't
your,
mad at
I'm
you.
not licking
Myself.
your booty hole and you not
Kenny.
licking my booty hole. Sorry.
Kenny,
ma'am.
would
I
you
didn't know
get it
my tongue
done?
could do that.
Would you get
Would I
that
do
done?
what?
Get
Done
your
to
booty
me?
from the tutor. Yeah.
I mean,
But it wasn't just
I
straight
mean,
ass
I-
play. It was head and then like licking and then back to the balls. Like
I'm
it
okay.
wasn't just one area.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
the gooch.
Guess
Just
what,
the
man? You got
gooch.
Yeah, I wasn't just down there on the ass, like licking his ass. Like it was like I was going back and forth, playing with the ball, then giving head, and then going back down there, and I was stroking it while I was doing it.
I've
He's right.
I have had my I have had
You've had it done?
I have had I've had a lady done. Yes, absolutely. I have. Because that's what she whoppered. She wanted to try. She's like, "Oh, I wanna," and I was like, "All right, cool." And I was like, "All right, cool." Now, like Alexa said, I didn't have my legs cocked up in the air or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. But at the same time, she did it. She tried, and she just giving me head, and then she worked her way on, and I was like, "Okay, this is different." And so the crazy part was, while she was doing it, she was also twisting my shit. And I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is different." So
Felt good, didn't it?
I was here for it.
That's
was
a
here for it.
nigga's G spot.
And I trusted her. So I was like, at the time, so I was like, "Shit, all right," you know.
No.
And that's the thing. I'm never one to. I
My
know.
toddler put toothpaste
I've
on my
never-
cat.
Oh, good grief! I am I'm experimental. I'll try
Muted
something.
me.
If I'm down for it, I will give it a go. I have no qualms about that at all.
I'm not buying nothing Nay's selling
So-
because I feel like one day Nay's gonna be like, "I did it."
You gonna try it. You
You
gonna
know what?
do
I'm
it. You
gonna
gonna do
push it. I'll push it to the gooch, and then see how it goes further from there.
Just make sure he shaved. Make sure he shaved.
Nah, they gonna be hitting straight
It is-
booty hole.
No, I'm sorry. I can't do it.
You know what?
I can't do it.
If you look, I'm just like this. If you love him, if you love the person, if you trust that person, if that person makes you feel safe, where you can let your freak flag fly, oh, shit.
Let's just say that was your spouse. This ain't even a girlfriend. Like,
Yeah, it's spouse.
you know what I mean? That's your marriage. You know what I'm saying? If they freaky, they freak.
You know what? I'm one thing I am learning to never say never. So I'm not gonna
Said
say
never to
no.
my
I'm
plug.
not saying never, but I'm
saying never.
gonna need listen, baby.
Too.
That right there. Have you have you ever came that way? Like that shit
That shit feel good. Like I thought it was gonna hurt because everybody gave me horror stories about getting anal, and they were like, it hurt. I was
I think I was
uncomfortable.
one of the ones that
I-
first gave you that horror story, and then once I got
Yes. And
comfortable
then
with it,
when
I was
I
like, bitch, try
experienced it,
this.
when I experienced it, it was I was stimulating my clit with a bullet, and then he was like slowly. He didn't just put it in; like he was like lubricating, like he spit a
Yeah,
little
that's the
bit,
thing.
put it in, leave it there, and then once he felt me open because I was stimulated with my clit, then he would go a little further. If he took his time. Some niggas don't take their time with that shit.
There
That's
you
why
go.
a lot of people got horror stories because it's like that's not something you can rush.
Yes,
It's not like a
Yeah, my first
vagina.
time
correct.
Like no.
my first time was like that where he was trying to go. I said, no, baby, no, no. Cause you know how the cats curl up and they back go. She said, real quick up like that.
Yeah.
That was me. That was me. I was like, baby, baby, yeah, you're trying to kill me right now. No. But then after a while and taking the time and actually properly doing what you needed to do then it was like, I like this. I enjoy this. Like, and I used to talk to an old friend of mine when he first approached me with that. I went to a friend of mine and I was like, bitch, he wanted to do this. What the fuck you think about it? And when she was like, do it, I do it all the time. I was like, okay. And she used to she used to tell me about it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And once I tried it, I don't do it no more, but I do. You know, it's been a while. So I feel like my fear kind of came back up. I was like, oh, I don't want to try it because I know that initial one ain't gonna feel too great. And
Mhm.
you gotta be sure too to be careful with relaxing. Like you gotta like yeah. And I used to always be scared he was gonna pull out with shit on his dick, and I was like, "Hey, I don't want to."
It comes with the territory.
I've heard some
But
people had
it
shit
did
on
happen.
themselves during the act, like they shit a little
It,
bit. And that's what I was scared of too. So I made sure. I don't know. Anytime when it comes to sex, I make sure I shit, shower, and like I want to be cleansed. Like I don't want nothing. I don't want to fart. None of that shit. So it's like I make sure my whole system is clean
That
because
girl said she don't want to poop.
I don't want to poop because I'd be damned if
mm-mm.
that's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got some real niggas that's like, hey, it's all right. Like shit happens. No pun
No,
intended.
I've had
But
I've had that
Exactly.
before, but it wasn't me who pooed it.
I've
I
definitely
feel
yes.
It wasn't me.
Oh, if I ever put it in an intimate act like that, I'm sorry, I'm too childish, and then the mood is gonna be ruined because I'm like, what the fuck?
because your ass gonna laugh. And I'm just gonna
I'm
be sitting there
sorry.
in horror. I'd be like, you know what? To be continued. Like I'm gonna have to stop the
You
session
know,
because I just feel like there's no coming back from that.
there is no, you know what? Because you know how we talked about what was the question earlier about was it an embarrassing time or something like that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My door is open, but yeah, it was one time where I was
What does that even mean?
You know what that
huh?
means.
No, that because my mind went like 3 different directions. I'm like, what was what was that?
The funniest embarrassing one for me, it was at a point where I was going through like a dark time at that time. I was going through like a depression. And so we drank. We had like I think we was drinking Hennessy, and then had smoked a blunt. So I was crossfaded and
No.
I was toe up, right? I had just ate a Subway sandwich.
Oh boy.
When I say I threw up all over that man dick.
Oh my God.
And because I was so intoxicated, I didn't realize that I did until like the next day. And I was like, why is there throw up in my room? Like, what the fuck went down? And he never said nothing. He never and we still low key cool to this day. And it was just like, you weren't gonna say nothing. You weren't gonna be like, hey, nigga. Like it wasn't no gag, nigga. You literally swole the fuck up. Like there's chunks of fucking sandwich here. Like, and ever since then, I was like, I don't want to do nothing with you no more. I don't ever because that's
That was a real one.
that was so.
That's real
I would
nigga.
have to marry you after that. We'd have to get we'd have
He
to
didn't judge you.
we'd have to get married after that. Cause I'll be damned.
Baby,
It
I said, oh
happens.
Lord.
Some women be getting throat fucked and they
That was the first
Girl.
time, the only time, and at this now, the moment I'll be like, I'd be like,
yeah,
no,
I don't never
Almost.
let it go too far. Like, but it is like I don't know.
baby.
It's like holding your breath to do it so your throat.
But see, that's the thing too. If you keep that tongue out,
I'm sorry. I walked in and she's talking about throat and what? What are we talking about? Holding breath?
you missed the story. You missed it.
You missed the whole story, sis.
Nay
Sis, you missed the whole
regurgitated on
story.
somebody peeing.
You threw up
And
on
can I?
somebody? What?
Yeah, and you want to know something so funny, Vic? He was on one of the earlier seasons.
We gonna talk.
I'm about to go back. I'm about to go
Right,
back
I'm
on one of
gonna
them
have to go back and
episodes. I'm
watch
about to
them.
But
Okay,
it's
like
so
as soon as you
funny.
said
write
that, I
down some.
know who it is. Okay.
You know exactly who I'm talking about because it's so funny. And if y'all go back, y'all will know exactly who it is too because I didn't let it be known that, huh? It's on season
Season
very
one.
much so. Season
Ooh.
one, very much so,
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
very much so. One of the middle episodes somewhere.
Wow.
But yeah, he let it be known, and I didn't know anybody knew was catching on. Alexis, of course, but Dre was like, "Don't ever have one of your niggas up on here," and that's how I knew. I was like, "Yeah." Every time I said something, and we was discussing sex at that time. Every time I said something, his facial expression, or he would say something to back up what the fuck I said. And it's like, how would you know? How would you know? But it was him.
That's wild. That is wild.
It was him.
Wow.
Look at that.
She turned to Earl.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I said,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
I
happens.
ain't doing that
It,
again.
it,
Like your throat didn't
It
hurt
was
the next day.
embarrassing.
Like you didn't feel that acidity on your throat the next day.
No, and that's what I promise you. It was me actually seeing because there was actual throw up on my floor, and I was like, and I had to put the pieces together because he never said nothing.
Hold on,
But then when I
pause.
think back to it,
yeah.
He couldn't clean it up.
huh?
He didn't clean it up.
Clearly not. It was on the fucking floor, and I was looking
He
like,
nasty. He
Like I
He
would, if
nasty.
you
I'm
were aware
sorry.
that she did that, I would have the decency to at least clean the shit. I'm not gonna leave no throw up sitting in my rug.
never fucked with him again after that. I was like, yo,
I'm glad. Look, I'm glad.
Cause
I'm
there was no
glad.
yeah.
'Cause
consideration. Like you could at least clean my throat up, nigga.
You made
And
me
told
do it.
me.
I guess he was.
If he had
It
the
was like I remember hearing, huh?
if he had the consciousness to go clean his dick, he could have at least been decent to put a towel down there to.
At least a towel.
Yeah, ain't nobody saying you gotta pick up
Oh my
somebody else
God.
throw up if y'all ain't that deep. But at least cover it.
At
With a towel.
least
Like,
a
hey,
towel.
No,
be like, hey, that little
even if we aren't that deep, common courtesy, just clean it up. It's okay. It's like just take one for the team, sir. Just clean it up. Just clean it up. It's okay.
yeah.
Mm.
That's crazy.
I-
I have a question.
that is hilarious. Sure.
What does wholeness mean to you? We've talked about this in previous
Mm.
episodes. And I think based upon my interpretation of it, that it might be getting misunderstood the whole meaning of wholeness.
Mm.
Because to me, wholeness does not mean that you don't have issues in your life. To me, wholeness means you have accepted the light parts of you and the dark parts of you, and that you're willing to give and show that to somebody else.
What's the question? I'm
Mm,
sorry.
okay.
What does
The beginning
wholeness
of it.
mean? What does wholeness So that's why I was saying wholeness to me means I'm accepting my light and my dark. It doesn't mean that I'm fully
Mhm,
in my light and I've ascended past, like, no. Because I understand as human
mhm,
beings, we have both spectrums. So that to me is
mhm,
what wholeness is. I accept.
mhm. I would agree with that,
Mm,
honestly, because that is whole. It's yin and yang of you, you
Mhm.
know. So I definitely agree with that.
'Cause it made me go back to a previous episode, a couple episodes ago, where we were talking about, you'll never be whole when it
Mhm,
comes to, like, dating and getting ready to be with someone.
mhm,
So that's why I was like, it made me, like, think about that. I was like, it doesn't necessarily mean, like, there aren't flaws to you. It just
mhm.
means
It's
mm,
you
accepting
don't look at
all that.
yourself as a shitty person because you have those
Mhm,
flaws. It's like, take it or leave it.
mhm,
This is all of, who I am.
So yeah, I
mhm,
would say to
mm,
me, wholeness means being being accepting of who you are,
Mhm,
um, having that self love, having that's where this self love comes in, and this, um, not being codependent and being emotionally aware of your surroundings and your emotions, um, and being able to articulate those emotions.
mhm,
I feel like when you are whole, you are more emotionally intelligent when it comes to dating and being intimate and all that whatnot. That's what I.
mhm.
mm.
I like that. What say you, Kenny?
I think um I hate to kind of throw it back to that, being a Libra, it's for me, it means balance. Being back to where your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors are integrated together, and that kind of leads you to have a balanced walk of life, a balanced piece. You know what I'm saying? Um, I also would even say alignment. When we think about alignment of who we are first with self, understanding what alignment looks like and what it feels like for us.
Mhm,
And then that way, if we know what it looks like and feels like for us, when there is a partner, if there is a relationship or a person or what have you, we know what alignment with that person looks like because we have it within ourselves.
mm.
So
Go ahead,
I would
Vic.
I would say balance. Yeah,
Girl got her
I definitely
I got cold. Shit.
that's what I would say. Yeah, yeah, I don't blame you.
I love that.
So I got a
So
question.
uh-huh.
Uh, oh my god, I just lost it that quick. Wait, give me a second. Rewind. Oh, okay. With the I felt that.
Found
I
it.
felt that. I got it. um, with the knowledge that you have now, right? If you can go back to your younger self, what is some of the advice you would give to them so that you can make different choices?
If I could be so
Mm,
honest, with the knowledge that I have now, I I wouldn't go back and tell my younger self anything because that's the reason why I have the knowledge I do have now. And
mm,
it's like certain things that I went through, I had to go through in order to become the woman that I am and have the type of mental that I do have now. I think if I would have went back and tried to give myself some advice or some type of words to change the path that I was on, it 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 would just happen in a different way, but
Mm,
it would still occur
mm,
because it's not something that I learned on my own. It was, so I don't think I would go back and say anything. It's I went through what I went through to get to this place to have the amount of knowledge that I do have now.
I wouldn't give myself advice to change things because that made me who I am today, but I would drop, like, a little piece of, like, encouragement, I guess you could
Mhm,
say, of you're on the right path.
mhm,
Nobody can make the decisions
Mhm.
for you on that path. So if it doesn't sit well, the journey that you're on with other people, that's none of your fucking concern. And I would leave it at that with myself.
mhm,
It's
Mm.
your journey,
I
it's
like
your
that.
path. Everybody got an opinion like an asshole. That don't mean it you have to accept
Yes.
it or receive it. That piece, man, if I would've because there were so many things I used to have people make decisions for me. Like, especially the women in my family, they are very strong-minded leaders, but sometimes when you're so into that mode, you take away the fact that that is somebody else's journey and that they're going to
Yes.
have to hit bumps and all the things in order to be better versions of themselves. The same way with kids, we can't raise them to perfection. We can only be of counsel and guide them on what not to do. But if they still do it, that's fine. I'm gonna be here at the end to help clean you up. But I know as a human, we're going to fuck up. There's nothing we can change about that.
Mhm. True that.
Kenny?
Ooh, I would honestly tell my younger self, "You're ok." I'm going to say there's a few things I would tell him like, "Hey, soon change this, definitely." But I think the biggest thing would be overall the theme is number one, you are more than capable. You are more than capable. You have everything that you need in order to be successful. You have everything you need. I'm just now learning that right now. I'm just now walking in that right now. You have everything that you need. All you have to do is walk into it. All you have to do is put it in action. All you have to do is step out on faith. That's all you have to do. You have what it takes. I'll go ahead and be very specific. You have the talent. You have the knowledge. You have the wherewithal. You have the work ethic. Now it's time for you to put it into action.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And I used to get so not mad, but I would look around and I would see other people moving ahead and being successful in certain arenas where I'm like that I was in. And I'm like, and people would come to me with bullshit and be like, "You should be in the same position they are in. You should be where they are. You're more this and you're more that." And I'm like, "It's not my time. It's not my time yet. That's their season. It's not my season just yet." But a lot of times it is our season, but a lot of times we are just afraid to walk into it.
Mhm.
The season it's here. It is prime time. It is time to go. But we are too afraid sometimes to walk into it. Not sometimes because we're afraid of what will happen, like the negative, but what if it goes well? What will happen? What is the aftermath of what happens if it's successful or whatever you do, you pass the first hurdle. Then you get sometimes we don't like to
mhm,
hold ourselves accountable to that because we know then
mhm,
we got to put up or shut up.
It's like that
mhm.
quote
Preaching to somebody right now, but
It's like that
Mhm.
quote of "What if I fall?" But they're like, "No, my darling, but what if you fly?"
Mm.
Can't remember who
Exactly.
made that quote, but I remember posting it years ago
Mhm.
on my Facebook, but that one stuck with me.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm.
mhm,
What about you, Vic?
I deal with that all the I yes.
Um, so if I can go back and talk to my younger self, I would tell my younger self to be yourself in every
Mm.
situation. Be yourself. Don't allow your goofy side, or your don't shuttle yourself to appease other people. If other people are uncomfortable around you, then that means that they're not supposed to be around. You know what I mean? Shine bright, no matter what. That's what I would tell my younger self.
I love.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not the words of
Sounds great
encouragement.
like it does.
I honestly think everything that we all have said, like as far as what we would tell our younger self and what you would tell your younger self, I think these are things that you already know. It's just a matter of life experience that has shown you
Mhm.
how important those things is to actually act upon and to keep with you. You know, like you
Yeah.
already knew you had it in you. You already knew, it's you, but it's just it takes life and that experience to really get to that point.
Mhm.
Can you not? I don't like that walk. Pop your back out. Don't what the hell you walking like that for?
Your whole face, you went from talking normal to pause. Oh, God. This is
Because
it.
if y'all would have seen her walk, it was one of them stank girl walks, like her whole stomach out, butt poked out, like who you
Oh.
think you is?
Oh. Like,
I
no,
feel bad
ma'am.
for my baby.
Mm.
Oh, they
Are
mess up her
there
day.
are there things internally you feel that need to be addressed in your life in order to heal in a sense?
Huh?
If you feel comfortable to share.
Are there what? Say that one more time.
Mm.
Are there things internally you feel that need to be addressed in your life in order to heal in a sense?
In order to
Because
heal in a sense,
and ascend,
oh,
And
like
ascend,
heal
like ascend to
forward,
the.
elevate.
elevate. Okay.
Because what we don't address gets inherited by the next.
Mm.
Okay, so you answer the question first so you can
Mm.
get a better sense of the question.
Huh?
I said you answer it so I can get a better sense of the question.
Are there things
Or Kenny, you got an
Yes,
answer
yes.
already?
Yes, there is a thing that I need to address. With the situation
Go
with
ahead, like.
how we were talking about daddy and mommy issues, when it comes to my
Mhm.
dad, I have always had this feeling of never good enough because he didn't show up in whatever way at that time and in different seasons. It was always like never good enough for you to
Mm.
put your best foot forward to make things right, especially when I'm trying to meet you in the middle. So it's like, yes,
Mm.
I'm fine with what's happened to me as a child, but I can't deny that there are certain things in my adult years that bother me in present time in terms of him as well as our dynamic. And I do wanna work on that because I don't ever want my kid to feel like they're not good enough for their either of their parents to step up to the plate if they need them.
Mm, okay. So, one thing I thought that I was over until a couple years ago, honestly, and it's like kind of still present is with my dad. I I I addressed the fact that he wasn't around when I was about 16 and I let him know how I felt and I was over it. But the more he
Mhm.
came around, he spends more time with my older brother a lot. They hang out, they talk, he comes and hangs out with his kids and they plan trips together and my brother goes out there to see him all the time and it's like what about me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
Right.
Mhm.
But then at the same
I feel
time, it's
that.
like, I don't know, because he'll call me literally every once in a purple moon, literally.
Mhm.
Like last time I talked to my dad was just recently. He called me a couple days ago. He was like, I gotta call you every once in a blue moon just to check on you. And he'll ask me how I'm doing, and I'll tell him, give him a little brief synopsis, and then he'll go into the whole BS about my brother or whatever he's going through. And it's like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
He could very in fact look at you
Mm.
as the strong one out of the bunch, but that can be a blessing and a curse because sometimes when they look at you as the strong one, they overlook like
Overlooking.
that you're not human and not going through your own shit. They're like, "Oh, they're fine. I ain't got to worry about them because they got their shit together compared to these other
Mhm.
ones." You know what I'm saying? But it does a disservice and takes away the human nature, and then you wonder why that kid doesn't express themselves and they always tell themselves, "I'm good, I got it," but then deep down you're internally crashing out.
which is me.
Ah,
Yeah. And you and I have talked about stuff like that. But yeah. What say you, Nay?
Definitely.
mm,
I definitely feel that, Vic, I have a similar, situation like that with my dad and my older brother. Um, I'd never really realized that before. I think I've always acknowledged that I had mommy issues. And
Mm,
I never really sorry. But I never really sat and really looked at my daddy issues. Like, I was a daddy's girl, and then, like, high school coming up in high school, it's like I started to notice a difference, and even now in my adulthood, like, my dad has always, in my opinion, in my view, my point of view, he's always chose up on my brother. It was always my brother was able to get whatever he wanted when I wanted things that I couldn't get it, even down to how I want to go fishing. I was brought up going fishing and things like that. And my dad has known I've been wanting to go fishing since my daughter is 6, so about 7, 8 years now. I'm like, "Let's go fishing, let's go fishing."
mm,
You took me fishing as a child all the time. Now, the
yeah.
excuse was, "You're pregnant." Then it became, "You got a baby." Then it became, "It's a guy's trip." But then it'd be like, "So and so got their girl on a trip too, why I can't come?" Or if I can't go
Mhm.
on the guys trip, father-daughter.
Right.
I used to take my
Drop
dad
some
when I
time.
got my
Yeah.
first job. Yeah, I used to take my dad out on dates. Me and my dad used to get dressed up and I would be funding it. I would treat my dad to these father-daughter dates where, Dad, get dressed up, let's go out to eat. We'll go Red Lobster, we'll go here, we'll go there, we'll go catch a movie." We used to do things like that, and I'm like, I wanted to continue those things, especially with me having a daughter. I was like, I want her to see, and it was also, kinda showing her father how you do things with having a little girl, but then it would be like it was times where I would block my dad because I don't hear from you. I realized I don't hear from you unless I call you. So back then, Metro used to tell you when somebody would call you and it was blocked. I used to have my dad blocked 2, 3 weeks at a time. Name ain't never popped up on my
Mm,
phone. Stop calling his wife. Tell your husband to call me. Where your husband at? Stuff like that. To now, me and my adulthood, my daughter wanted to spend a weekend at his house. I was like, come get her. I'll drop her off. She can't come unless I'm there. But my brother kids can
mm,
be there while they on vacations, and you got the kids for a week at a time. It's like you got your favorite is what I see. That's your favorite child is what I see. I don't care about him being a boy because the gender shouldn't matter. But you've always done things for my brother more than you've ever done for me. I can't even call you and ask you for $20.
But see, that's the thing. Like my dad, like he wasn't there for none of us, me
Neither.
or
Oh
both my
wow.
brothers, me or both my
Mm,
brothers. You know
mm,
what I mean? Mind you, me and my older brother are only a year and 2 weeks apart, and then my younger brother, me and him are 9 years and 6 months apart. So,
mm,
and he wasn't there for none of us. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I remember my mom tried to do things like she would set us up to where we could go hang out with him and he just wouldn't be there. Or he would be there but not really be there. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And so
mm,
now as an adult, it's like I'm looking at it like you and I also see it as like a trauma bond too. Like my brother and my dad, they both gone through some things in their life. And they're using each other to keep balance, I guess. I don't know. But at the same time, it's like I still see you over there. Like there was one time my dad had came down to stay with my brother for like a week, and I didn't even know he was over here, down here until like 2 days before he went home.
yeah.
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, dad been here all week? Like, why didn't nobody tell me? He was like, "Well, he didn't call you?" No. It's to the point where my dad has also too, my dad has changed his number so many times. I don't even have his name saved in my phone number.
Mm.
So when he does call me, I don't know if it's him or not until I
When's the
actually
last
answer.
time?
Mm.
When's the
Huh?
last time you spoke?
We spoke
Yeah.
recently, like maybe a week or two ago, but I know his number starts with a 415, so most 415 numbers I answer, and it turns out 9 times out of 10 it's him. But at one he used to change his number so often that I just stopped saving his name on my phone.
Hmm.
Mm.
I
And that
think
little
dads
girl
don't
in me is
realize
still
their
hurt.
yeah. Dads don't realize how um and I understand, especially when dads be like, "Oh, they had these certain things going on in their life." Like they don't see how much it could affect. Sometimes it doesn't. The effect it holds an effect on both sons and daughters, but there's a deeper effect I feel like on daughters because then you cause your daughters to lack a lot of things. And I don't want to disregard men or young boys that grow up without a father or a lack of a father because they clearly lack certain things from that father. But then when you look at the little girls, that's our first love. That's the first person to teach us about men and about certain things. Like when I looked at it, I had to look at me realizing my trauma with my dad was realizing the men that I was dating.
Mm,
And I always wanted to date somebody in the image of my father. And it was because I did
Mm.
see those qualities in him of he in my eyes growing up, he was a great husband. He was the provider. He was hands on. He did these things and I was like, I want that in my man that I'm looking for. But then when I looked at it, I was like, the emotional wasn't there. The A lot of things was not there. And that's what I lack in by me dating my trauma, that emotional unavailability stems it actually comes from both parents, but mostly
mhm.
my dad because I didn't have that emotional relationship with him. I had the tomboy little girl bond with him. I didn't have that room to, you know, be the little girl. And then I see you doing all these things for my brother and you don't do it for me to me growing up now. It's like I still am getting traumas from them because I'm like, I see you doing this, but now it's like we said earlier, it's the way that you move forward within your traumas, how you heal them. Because I will admit, like, as we get older, we don't realize we have so much trauma and how even, especially if you have, I'm gonna say off type of relationships with your parents, that still creates trauma even within your adult life
Yeah, for sure.
No, absolutely.
and trying to navigate that. So is I forgot the actual question, but
No, it was just saying, do you
yeah,
think there are some things that you need to address emotionally so that it doesn't carry on to the next generation that they're dealing with the same thing? So sometimes when there's self-esteem issues, you
yeah,
sometimes start to hear your kid have the very same
yeah,
things because you never addressed it with
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
You know?
And I definitely agree with that because I think one of my questions before was a question that I had before was how does your parents' trauma reflect on your
Parenting.
in your
Parenting?
life? Yeah. Not their parenting, but their trauma in general. Because when you don't like you don't heal your trauma, it passes on within your kids. So I believe my mom has trauma that she's never addressed, that she's never dealt with that and parenting wise as well, but it plays a part within her kids too, in many different ways. And I think about it, I don't even know exactly how, but I could tell that her trauma has rolled over onto us. But then it's just, I feel like I'm the child that is breaking the traumas within myself. But
That's how I feel.
I see it like that.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to. And one thing about me is, when her father and I, when she was like 6 months old, her father and I had a conversation, and it was about how we were gonna parent her, and it started for me, it started off with the both of us. We have to heal our childhood traumas and our current traumas in order for her to be the best her, because she can't be the best her without us being the best us, and that starts with us healing those traumas, or at least acknowledging and getting to a point of knowing what caused it and why. And so me healing my traumas, it's showing me in my it shows in my daughter. So that's how I know I'm healing, because it's showing within her. The things that I lacked, or the things that really held me back, is thriving through her. And then it reflects onto me that I am taking those steps of healing, and that's my
I
sever
can
of that
I
trauma.
I could see that, like, with my mom
Mm.
and, certain things that I identify in myself of she feels like everything it has to fall on her. So she never
Mm.
just asks
Mhm,
for help and like, "Hey, I need help
mhm,
with X, Y, and Z," or if it's offered to her, it's like, "Eh," like, "Nah,
That's my mom.
I got it," and I do carry that from her because, y'all know on the back
Me
end
too.
what's going on, currently, and, sometimes I feel like I can't really vent to somebody about it, or I feel bad venting to somebody about it, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm human and there's just certain things I have to talk it out.
mhm.
Mhm.
And it's best to talk it out. Alexis, you actually is the person that helped me through this, and you made me realize how important it is to talk about the things that we're holding on to.
Mm,
Because when you hold on to things and you go through things in life that really sits on your heart, if you're not getting that out, that just caused that explosion and that big blow up once your bottle is full. So it is important. And sometimes I be feeling that way, where I feel like I'm talking about the same thing over and over, but it's something that's really it's
You
taking
you
me a
gotta
lot of
talk about
time
it.
to get to a point. Yeah, and so sometimes I feel bad for keep talking about the same thing, but then it'd be like, well, that's the only way I'm gonna be able to get through it, is if I keep talking about it, and then I get different perspectives, because sometimes I am also learning discernment in who to talk to and when to talk to certain people too. So, but the people that I do know that I am grounded in with talking to, getting the different perspectives is what's helping me heal through this issue and through these certain issues, and seeing it from different perspectives. So sometimes you just have to talk about it. It's like as if you was in a therapist office, talk about it.
agree.
And that's what true genuine friends are for. If and I feel like that's another way of knowing like real friendships. If you could sit here and we been on this call on this thing for 2.5 hours. This is healing. This is us
True.
talking things whether we realize it or not. This is like a therapy session for us and others. Cause look at how last episode triggered a lot of
A
people
lot of
off
people.
that one question.
One question.
Yeah.
I've had people.
My
I've
DMs
had
have never been full like that off of it.
me neither. I've had people like come into my life that like coworkers, for example. Like we just chilling one day and then they just start talking and just venting and just telling their whole life story. And then at the end of it all, realize I don't even know why I said all that to you. And I'm just like, clearly you need to get it off your chest. And clearly you felt comfortable enough to say the things that you said.
Mhm.
You felt like you were in a place where you could say everything that you were feeling and not feel judged, not feel uh, you know, belittled or felt like you're overthinking or anything like that. And I'm glad that I was able to give you that safe space to get that off your chest. You know what I mean? Because I have
Right.
people like that. I have Alexis, you, and uh, Shell. You know what I mean? I have people that I can just say things to that I can't say to other people.
Correct. And then it's a fine
Mhm.
balance too of having the comfortability to say certain things that you're going through out loud because it can be scary because sometimes you think of the repercussions of your truth of like, damn, am I gonna get a
Mhm.
phone call and X, Y, and Z? But then at some point it just gets to the point of like, it's my story.
I feel
It's
that way often, like, especially when we be doing it on here. Sometimes I'm like, "Damn, I probably shouldn't have said nothing." That's why earlier with the mom thing, because it's whatever, but
It's still
it's like
fun.
it is my truth at the end of the day, and I feel like we all speak on what we go through to the people that are in our lives that we can speak to it about. The only difference for us is we are being vulnerable and saying these things and expressing ourselves on this platform, but it's opening a big audience to others to be able to feel comfortable and express and get these things off their chest because it's something that's triggering. They may not even be responding to us about it, but they're taking that conversation within their own group. And it's a domino effect of healing. And one thing about it, my daughter's grandfather, um, before he even knew about us really having this podcast going on, he kept saying, you got a story that is going to heal somebody else going through exactly what you're going through. You just got to talk about it. And I used to always hear things about becoming my face or me period just coming out and being more in the view and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know what they talking about because I'm not about to be out there in front of nobody. Look at us.
and I
Look at how videos is taking off and and our stories, our experiences are there to heal and help others.
and Imma have an uncomfortable truth moment because 'cause it's been sitting on me and on my mind for a minute. I am upset at the possibility that my dad might not be at my wedding,
Mm. We
and that is
we
something I am battling right
you and I have had that conversation.
because and I expressed this to my fiancé earlier. I was like, it comes to the point of the part that I worry about is somebody asking me at the wedding reception, "Hey, where's your dad at?" And I'm scared of how I'm gonna respond.
And that's a really fucked up feeling. You know what I mean? And especially because it's by choice. It's not
'Cause
it's
that's supposed to
not
be a happy day.
it's
You know what I
literally
mean?
by choice.
It's supposed to be a happy day and a happy moment. I'm scared that I don't want the attention to be like, "Why is she crying?" Simply because I've asked her this question, but they don't even know. So it's like I'm scared of my response because that day is gonna be such high emotion. So it's like when a question is asked that's that type of question, I feel like I'm scared that it's gonna
Triggering.
give high emotion answering. 'Cause it is
It's
bothersome,
very
especially
triggering.
by choice, because it goes back to that choosing your kid and just doing the right thing and getting your affairs in order to make sure that you're there, like, I was getting comfortable to the point, like, "Okay, father-daughter, let me think of something for a father-daughter dance and all these things," but when I know it's a possibility that he may not be there, it bothers the fuck out of me.
And if I could just be so honest, it really pisses me off because Alexis, y'all know my situation when it comes to right here, but it really pisses me off at fathers who intentionally choose to not be there for their children. It really grinds my gears and really makes me want to take something like this upside their head. Not this exactly, but if you know, you know.
Mhm.
It's like it they don't really realize or they just don't care the effects that it has. It's not just once you produce a child, it's no longer just about you. It becomes about everyone else, especially that child. And it really just I don't understand. And I don't know if it's just I don't think it's just me being a parent because I have I see those who aren't parents and experiencing this, but I believe too if it was for another child, I think you would have the same mindset. So it's like it I don't understand how they could sit here and think that things like this is okay, and then you want to find someone else to put the blame on for your own actions and your own decisions because they're whack as fuck, and you don't wanna take accountability for your bullshit.
And it's like
Like,
I've
I'm
witnessed
pointing my fingers at whoever the fuck is watching this, and you're one of them shitty ass motherfucking fathers. Sorry,
Cause
but
it's
fuck
like
you if you're like that.
yeah, cause like, I've seen my dad show up for other kids, like, in the community, and I'm like, "That's a choice." But for some reason, it's pulling teeth to show up for your own kid.
Why is it a choice for other kids, but not a choice for me, your own child? And that be my mindset on this right here is how the fuck can you be present and you can be active and you can be the best dad ever to the other, but then say fuck you to the how can you be that way, but then turn around and say it's your mom or your mom did this, so this is the reason why I did this, or your mom did this. What the fuck that got to
Yeah,
do with me as a child?
exactly, exactly.
And it pisses me off. And Alexis, like I go to Alexis for a lot of advice when it comes to mine because I am trying to understand her mindset, not even just her mindset, but her experience of what she's going through with the situation. Alexis had to really check me and put me into position of like you are taking resources of figuring things out. But then it's like it really be making me mad because I shouldn't be having to go through it. I shouldn't be having to deal with it. But then I also look at it like it's a blessing in disguise because just imagine the bullshit if it was present.
Yeah, and it just to provide context, Penny, it was just about because I have witnessed my dad being locked up as a young kid.
Mhm.
So to give Nay hasn't experienced that herself. So it was giving Nay exposure to what is the mindset of said child when that's happening. And I was telling
Mhm.
her, I'm like, does it suck? Absolutely. But the truth matters when something like that happens, but also how you tend to the wound after the truth is told.
Right.
Mhm.
So the first time I found out about my dad being locked up, I was like 7 years old, 8 years old. Right after I was told, did I cry? Yes, but guess what my mom did and everybody else? We went to go see my favorite, Frankie Beverly and Maze and Joe, and it was a time. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that it didn't bother me that that's what was going on, but it put me a little bit at ease of like, we're gonna get through this. And at that time, he was definitely active while locked up, like, of sending letters and stuff, but then, when they get locked up again, it does come a point where they just stop reaching out. So it's like I've
Mhm.
had both sides of it, and it's like, it sucks, but it's teaching them that you still gotta keep pressing forward. Feel how you feel, but press forward, and I'm really glad I had that type of lesson during those hard times. It's like, yes, it sucks, but that doesn't mean it's the end. That doesn't mean you're not worthy of love because it's lacking from a person. You know what I mean? So it's affirming them while also being honest with them. Because as girls, you can sometimes carry that over into your dating life of
Mhm.
am I good enough for this man or woman, depending on
Mhm.
whatever you like? And it's just like, but no, you just affirm your child, man. Affirm your fucking that's all I can say about it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Men out there, affirm your daughters. Yes, affirm your sons, but I can only speak from what I know. I'm a female, I ain't got no dick, but affirm your kids.
So what about in situations where we have a parent that has multiple kids, right?
Mhm.
And they say things uh like they be talking to their friends and be like, oh, this one right here, he gonna be something or she gonna be something, but that one right there, I don't know. That one I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like you downplay one kid, but you uplift another. And in reality, when they get older, the one you was downplaying and talking belittling is the one that takes care of you and loves you.
Because an oddball will forever and an oddball will forever intimidate somebody that didn't reach their full potential.
Uh,
That will
Yeah, but
forever be a thing.
is it better for you to tell your kids you ain't gonna be nothing and try as a form of trying to motivate them, like, oh, you ain't gonna never
No.
be this, rather than
Absolutely
rather
not.
that's
uplift
not
them?
motivation. Those
That's
are things that can hold you back. That is trauma because those things right there will stick in your head. That those are things that can stick to you, and you will always be like, if you're trying to reach a goal and you just can't reach that goal because simply because it's not meant for you to reach it, it's not your goal to reach. Then you're looking at yourself like, I remember when mom and dad said this. I remember they kept telling me this, and it must be true. Let me give up on life.
Because I'm about real sick and tired of the parents that always say, I gotta humble you. It is not your job to humble another individual.
no,
If
that's
your
God's job.
kid feels like they are great at what they do, let them continue to feel that while also growing when they have fuck ups and whatever they're trying to achieve. If they're into sports, if they feel like they great, let them feel like they great because that's gonna boost their confidence to be better. And if for some odd ass reason, I don't know if this is a generational thing or this is just a black people thing. Stop
Mhm.
trying to humble your fucking kid all the damn time. Stop trying
Right.
to humble the next
Mhm,
person because they feel good and great about themselves. If anything,
mhm.
uplift them. Don't let them be cocky. We're not teaching them to be cocky, but confident is necessary. Just because they feel confident don't mean you got to be like, hey, tone it down a little bit because it's uncomfortable to you.
Right.
That's your business. That is not the kid's business. If they feel confidence in that moment, let them feel that. And when they take a L, let them feel that too. Let them experience their own
Mhm.
humbling journey. But it is not our job to humble the next person.
You know, that reminds me of something. So it's interesting you say that because when I was in Albuquerque, I was doing a lot of theater. I was doing a lot of musical theater, and my dream role came. My dream role came for when we did Rent. We did Rent, and if anybody's familiar with the show Rent, I played the role that I always wanted, which was Tom Collins. Now, the crazy thing about being Tom Collins was, if you know the show Rent, Tom Collins' love interest was Angel, and Angel is a drag queen, basically. I love that show. I love that show to pieces. I love the music. I know all the parts, the whole nine. And I got that dream role, and I finally got to do it. I killed the role. The show went well, and they were writing all these reviews about me and like all this stuff. And I remember telling my parents, especially my mom, about the role. Mind you, I did win a award for it, and I won a Best Actor award for it, and then also we won Best Ensemble. Won Best Ensemble too as well, because Rent's an ensemble piece basically. The long story short, I'm telling like my parents the role and stuff like that. I'm telling them about it, and it's kind of like, oh, okay, that's good. That's hold on, let me put it, make me sure between my face. That's as good. That's good. It's good. Okay, that's just all right. And then, and they know that I like theater is like my thing. I love acting and I love being on stage and that's my thing. So I felt a type of I'm not gonna hold you. I did feel a type of way. And I always felt like that's always been a thing. Even to the point where I moved back to Texas, specifically Bastrop, where my parents lived, where my mom lives. And when I moved back home, at Bastrop has a theater company. They have a theater. It's a Bastrop Opera House, and they do musicals and plays and stuff. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I kid you not. When I was in Albuquerque, I found out that they were going to be doing Rent there in Bastrop. So I'm thinking like, yo, it's a shoe in. Yo, let me go ahead and do this. And I'm thinking to myself, I told one of my mentors in theater, he lives in Chicago. I told him like, yo, I get to finally do this show. My parents can finally see it because I've done other productions. I've done Dreamgirls, I've done Rent, I've done all these August Wilson plays where I would wish my parents would pull up to Albuquerque and see me do a show, and they have never been to a show. And so I was thinking like, oh snap, here I get a chance to do Rent and Bastrop in my old community. Yo, I get to do it. And something told me on the inside, don't do it. Because I felt like at that time,
Hold on. Is there a noise going on?
oh, oops. Uh, um, I told myself we were doing it here in Bastrop, and something inside told me, nope, don't do it. Someone told you, nah, don't do it. And I was just like, well, why? This is another, I get a chance to show my parents, show my mom, and show her the role. And, even though, like I said, my mom has questionable ideas about some things of the show, but she would have been like, oh, I get to show my mom that, yo, I get to do this acting thing. And I was thinking to myself, now, are you doing this just to show her this? Or are you doing it because you feel like this feels real, it feels natural? Because the first time I did it, it felt like, yeah, it felt natural and all the pieces came into place. With this, I felt like it would have felt forced because I was trying to prove a point to somebody.
Mm. Do you feel like you missed out because do you feel like because you talked yourself out of it that you missed out on a great opportunity because you took
Uh,
the time and it felt amazing?
yes and no. I felt like yes because there was another opportunity to have another outlet because moving back home, Alexis, you know this, moving back home was a trip because when I was in Albuquerque, I was like living my life and living my life the way I wanted to. When I had to move back home because of my health problems and, of course, down on my, just all that kind of stuff, it really put me into a space of like, damn, like I don't have anything really to look forward to really and really to again have that outlet. So there was that. That was the yes part of it. Like I feel like I missed out, and that was another opportunity to build community and still be active and still do what I love to do
Mm.
and to do what I felt like I was put here to do. And then the no part was again the real reason behind it. Again, I've done the show already, doing it again, but doing it for a different reason. Because let's be clear, if I would have did it again, it was just so like, see, this is what I'm doing, and I told you on it. It would have been for that reason. And whenever I'm doing it for that reason, it always fails, rather than the pure reason of, oh my God, this is I've always dreamed of doing this role because I connected with the story. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Gotcha.
So
That's fair.
Thank you for
yeah.
opening up. Yeah, that was that was deep. Sometimes I know it's hard to like be personal
Mm,
about certain things that happen in the present. I like we comfortable talking about what's happened in the past, but sometimes it can be very tough to discuss the things that you're in the thick of it with.
Oh
So I
yes.
just appreciate y'all for just being
Like
having
Nate
taking that
said,
moment of
this is our
vulnerability.
therapy. This is therapy for
Mhm.
us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hmm.
Because we feel comfortable saying these things. We feel we're in a place where like 6 years ago, we weren't in a place where we could do this.
Hmm.
You
Very
know what I
true.
mean? 6 years ago, it didn't fail, it was put on pause because we weren't in the space to talk about these things and be honest about these things. You know what I mean? And now we're
Mhm.
still growing. We're older and we've gone through some things, and now we've all said basically like we're tired of holding things in and weighing ourselves down. We need to be able to open ourselves up so that we can have the community to be able to have other people open themselves up. I feel like
Correct.
because a lot of people are closed off and suppress everything, which is why the world is the way that it is. Because everybody thinks that we're all different, and when you really think about it, we're all the same.
Absolutely. Just
Hmm.
different thoughts.
We all experience life differently, but it's all the same.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if a lot of people realize that, then I do feel like it wouldn't be as bad as it was.
Yeah, and I but really
Mhm.
quick before we do end, I was just gonna say I think that too, when you realize that we are all going through some similar things, it may not like Alexa said, it's just different fonts. It's we all have mommy issues, daddy issues. We all have issues with family members and things like that and personal things within ourselves. It's not to look at somebody else's life and judge them or to feel like you're being judged. It doesn't matter because we're all going through something. It's just other people are able to hide it better than others, or others just we're all on different journeys of being able to express ourselves and be open and truthful about what we're going through. But we are all going through it, and sometimes it takes to see someone else being vulnerable and being open and having um an outlet to really be able to express those things and be able to talk about it and find healing within themselves and in other people. I never would have thought we would be to a point of talking at this level of vulnerability on this podcast. Before, it was mostly like kicks and giggles for the
Yeah,
sakes of what the fuck it was in
yeah,
the beginning. But to see the transformation and to see the fact that we are asking real deep and in-depth questions, not just sex questions, not just play questions, but these are real questions that are making you stop and really think and analyze your life. So I do hope and I do pray that there is someone out in that audience, not someone, but multiple. I'm gonna say at least 5 people that could tell 5 people that could tell 5 more people about this podcast, and that it's not just kicks and giggles all the time. It's really therapeutic. And if you can find a group to sit and watch it with, and you guys discuss it, and then come back to us and tell us, or put in the comments
yeah.
how certain topics could have helped, it's gonna help other people, and I think that's another thing with, how they say to live like God is to help and heal other people and to love other people, and this is a way that you start with doing that. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
I agree. And that concludes episode 9. We have a finale coming next week where Vic is going to be in my neck of the woods. So you're going to see his name.
Oh, yo, yo, every time I mention that, every time I think about it, I get more and more excited. I ain't gonna lie, it's lightweight a bittersweet for me though. It's a bittersweet because it's been so long since I've been out of the state of California. Mind you, I've been to Vegas, but I don't really consider that out of the state. It is, but I don't really consider it because that's like
It's too close.
right there. You know what I mean? My last time being outside of the state of California was when I was coming home from being in college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was back in 2012. So I'm so excited. I'm slightly nervous. You know, I'm gonna be away from my baby's supposed to be here that same week. Like I get my daughter back on Monday, but I'm be gone for most of the week. I'm only gonna see her Monday and Tuesday. And I haven't been away from my baby since she's been born. So but I'm excited. I mean, I have my
I'm
moments,
excited for you.
but I'm excited.
It's you need this, and as much as we're not used to being away from our babies, you really need this. Like you've been through so much in life, and just especially these past couple months, and just mentally let this just be your break. Like, you
Hmm.
know, it,
Why did that just make me
when you
tear up a little
go through
bit?
so much. I know, cause I feel it in me too, but just knowing, like, we just started back, like, we just I feel like we didn't get much time, on the earlier podcasts together, but just seeing the amount of growth that I have seen in you within this short amount of time, and I can truly tell that this is something that's gonna do good for you. Remember last time we were talking about how, um things aren't rejection. Hearing no is not a rejection. It's literally God's divine protection. It's divine protection for you. This is a time where I feel like you're going to feel a shift in your life because now you finally get a moment to step away. You get a moment to breathe. You get a moment to be free, and then when you come back home, you'll have a fresh new mindset of how to move forward. You'll get new ideas created in your mind. You'll get new things and you'll get new callings to do different things. So this is that divine timing we were talking about last week. It's meant to happen now. It's meant to be during this season. It's meant to be Juneteenth, where you're going to have a ball. You're going to live life as a mother away from her child and away from responsibility and being able to enjoy no one but you. And I want you to take that with you when you get on that plane. Woosah from all the bullshit. Woosah from motherhood for a moment. You never stop being a mother, but for this time being, it's all about Victoria.
And
Alexis too.
who needs to receive that as well is Miss May,
Yes.
Miss Mama.
We definitely
Her
got a plan trip that you can come on and you can do the exact same thing. We can do it together. Like for real.
Yes.
That same advice you
Yes.
just put out, you definitely need to receive that as well.
You breathed
Yes.
life into somebody else just now. Inhale it and breathe it back into yourself.
Thank
Do it
you.
with me.
Mhm.
You got me all crying on the podcast and whatnot.
I will, but we truly need those moments and just I tell you guys, I've been getting into my Bible more. And one thing that I prayed last year, when I moved into this house last year, I was on my hands and my knees crying and praying to God. And the one thing that I prayed for was wisdom, guidance and wisdom to become a better me because of all the things I want to become a better mother. I want to become a better mother and I want to eventually one day become a wife and a better person for me. And with those things, I think that the one thing I needed and really wanted was wisdom to pass down to others and to my children and my children's children. And with that, it's teaching me so much about life. It's teaching me so much about other people and being able to give life into somebody else, learning how to receive it myself. But it means a lot to me, especially when I feel called to do so because it
Right.
wasn't just a random moment for me to tell you that. I really felt that in my spirit to tell you that because I see you. I don't
And
just
it
see
was
you
meant
on
for
this
me to
screen.
hear.
I see you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And things don't happen. Things don't happen every for a reason. And me being sitting in this chair, you saying exactly what you said to me was meant to happen in that moment.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all. I really do.
We appreciate you too.
Mhm.
Well, I appreciate it.
You always singing.
I'm a
Every
damn living
time.
musical. I'm a living musical. What can I say?
Every time. But it's needed and I'm thankful for you all. But I do appreciate you all because to have a friend group and to have and Alexis, I've been telling you this is something that I've been missing is having people who can you guys are receiving my overflow of my cup being overflowed and I feel the same from you guys, and I appreciate that because I was often the one that was pouring from a cup that was empty, and I don't know how I was even pouring it to anybody else's. And to be able to receive what I'm giving out from other people, even if it's in the smallest way, I feel it. Especially like from Kenneth, from what you spoken to me last week, Alexis, what you do all the time, and Vic. When we all be on the phone, I feel it. So I appreciate y'all more than y'all know, and I know it's vice versa. So thank y'all.
Absolutely.
That could close episode 9. It was beautiful. Thank y'all.
I can't do that. Yeah, I got it.